Good evening, everyone. It's a light one tonight. Hopefully, it's going to be an early finish as well. Hey, it's just me and Ed. Just the two of us for you. Andy's still celebrating his 50th birthday. This is the longest birthday anyone's ever had. But I hope he's enjoying it. He'll probably pop in and say hello at some point. You know what he's like. Ed, how are you?
Not bad. Not bad. Self?
Yeah, I'm all right. I wish I could shake this cough. I'm probably going to be spluttering again. It's been, 6 weeks now? I think this is our third. It must be the third council that I've had a cough. It's not as bad as it was, but it's still there. Still there. And we've got folk in the chat already. Look at this. Ben's there. Martin's there. Yes, it's the usual suspects. We've got White Feather. White Feather, what's your name? Unless you just want us to keep calling you White Feather. That's fine. Ed's there. Mario's here. Hello, Mario. I think I've caught up on all the different chats. I'm not going to put everyone's in. We'll do a head count, and that's about it. Chris.
They're all saying hello.
Chris, it's hello. Well, hello, Chris. I'll try and remember. White Feather Chris. I'll try and remember that. Do I even know you? Or is it just, are you just a viewer and not a customer? I don't know. I suppose it doesn't matter, really. It's always nice to put a face to a name that you've just learned. Right, tonight we're talking about those things that's banging out there. Can you hear them?
No, they're just dogging.
Oh, right, okay. I'll go out asking if they want a threesome. It's been a while.
If it's Dewsbury and people are banging outside, it's probably dogging.
Yeah, possibly so. No, we're not talking about fireworks in particular, but we will have a little chat about them later because it's bonfire night, isn't it? And obviously, you guys are saddos like us, where we've got nowhere to go to. Yeah, I heard them all week. It has been going on since the weekend, hasn't it? Every night since the weekend. Not that kind of banging. We have got a little bit of toy news. Ed's favourite topic is toy news.
Love it. Can't get enough of it.
He does. He absolutely loves it.
I'm looking forward to it this evening. I want to see what's out there that I have no interest in buying whatsoever.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything that I've got any interest in buying, but there's not much. I've deliberately not. The problem with following Toy Me, Toy You so close is that there's not, unless we want to repeat everything they say, no one wants us to repeat it. I tend to only pick the big stuff or anything that's been announced since. Phil's here. Hello, Phil. So, yeah, there's not loads, but there's some interesting bits to discuss. So we'll get on with that. I should have been ready for this, shouldn't I? I've had plenty of time. We've been chatting.
That'd be right.
So first thing's a Lego item, and you must know what it is as soon as I say Lego. That's right. They've finally, because we've known this has been coming for quite a while now, shown some images of the Starship Enterprise Lego sets. And I think it's left a lot of people slightly disappointed. I'm not quite so impressed with this. How do I get it back onto screen? Oh, it's zoomed in, hasn't it? That's why.
This is the Lego Ideas one, isn't it?
I don't know. I can't see ideas on any of the pictures, so I'm not sure.
Well, is it official Lego?
Yes.
It is official Lego, because I know that there is a company that already do Lego-style Star Trek ships.
Hello, Patrick.
I can't think of the name of them.
Goonies. Yeah. I should have put
the moment.
Did we discuss the Goonies one last time? No, I don't think we did. I think I meant to and I forgot it. Sorry. Yeah, it's... I mean, I suppose you could tell what it is.
It's kind of... The proportions are slightly off.
Yeah.
However, it's not important.
Lego.
It's a Lego kit. I'm I'm always curious when we get teaser images like this that they pick one particular angle to show.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe show us other angles to see. I'm not saying they're intentionally hiding anything, but
it reeks of Temu Lego Star Trek.
but maybe they're intentionally giving us what they think are the best angles.
There's that. I mean, I will acknowledge how difficult it is to make something round out of Lego. I get that.
Yeah.
I do get that. I think a square deflector dish, though, is a little bit weird.
Yeah, I mean, there is some slight curvature towards the edge, but it's not the Enterprise D deflector dish is quite thin. It's not tall. It's quite thin and ovally kind of thing. The saucer section again isn't a perfect circle. That's more of an oval shape. Yeah, I'm sure it's got a market out there.
Dumb dish.
People, there'll be certain Lego fans and Star Trek fans that are interested in this, and they'll snap it up. I mean,
I was interested in seeing the end product. Yeah.
What's the price point on it?
I don't think it's been officially revealed yet, but people are talking around 400. No. Yeah. No. I can't see 400 there.
Now, the other images that I've seen of the shuttle pod and the minifigure, do they come with it?
No.
Right, so that's a separate set.
It's what they call a gift with purchase. So if you buy it on the day it releases,
right,
there's still stock available, then you get this shuttle pod free with it.
Right. And who's that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be Ro Laren?
I assume so.
Which is a very interesting choice. You would have thought it would have been Captain Picard.
Well, no, because he's going to come with the ship anyway, isn't he?
Oh, right. So there are minifigures that come with the ship.
Yeah, you get a full bridge crew.
You do? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they've revealed images yet, but I'm sure they did announce that quite a few months ago.
I think that's probably probably because I've not seen them, I wasn't sure whether or not it was coming with them.
I think you get a full crew.
Yeah.
But from that perspective, I think that she's the right choice to come with the shuttle pod. If not, Tasha Yar.
Yeah.
Unless she's part of the bridge crew, but she didn't make it past season 2, did she? So
No. And I mean, to be fair, Ro Laren was only, 2 episodes?
Oh, she only 2 episodes?
She wasn't a full-time cast member.
Right. So
she was in an episode.
If she's not part of the main crew, then I would have preferred a Tasha Yar figure here. Just so that you at least get her to finish the set off. Or another interesting one would have been, I've forgotten her name.
Dr. Pulaski.
That's the one. Yes, you knew where I was going then.
I did.
Yeah, so that at least you'd have a full crew no matter which season it is.
Yeah.
Josh is with us. Hello there, Josh. How you doing, young man? And is that bricks off? Right. Yeah, 400's the price. Yeah. But that's not been made official yet. It's just what people are talking about in the circles. It could be more, it could be less. But yes, Lego sets are definitely ridiculously expensive. But yeah, the shuttle pod's quite cool. That's quite cool, is that? Next up, we've got blockies. And I've kind of only included these to say, yes, they are the new Funko. It's official. They'll do anything.
Yeah, they are hitting it very, very hard.
Yeah. It's like, we want to do all the licenses, and we want to do them now.
I mean, I get it. I get it from a business point of view. I get it because it's a case of they're probably not sure how long it's going to last and how successful it's going to be. So they're just throwing everything out there and just probably riding it and enjoying it as long as it lasts.
I know, Phil. Star Trek without Andy. I did think that. Comes in 3 tiers. First tier, second tier, and final frontier. The dumptish. Oh, he's on a roll tonight, is Patrick. Martin can't see the money in it. It's like, seriously, you want to check out the prices of some Lego sets? The Star Destroyer is 750, I think.
Well, the new Death Star's short of $1,000, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 900, isn't it? Yeah.
The thing is, though, I mean, it's not.
Oh, you're working? Good man. Excellent, mate. I was just asking someone today because he mentioned that they had some vacancies, and I was like, "Oh, how do you apply? I'm thinking of you." So yeah, we've got some close-up images of all of these. I kind of like the cars, the little Batmobiles. I like the chibi style to them, but I don't want the figure. I don't know if they come together. I
mean, you may have a subset of
like
people that are buying them just for the vehicles, and then want to just like offload the figures, and then vice versa. I mean, the happy compromise really would be is finding someone who wants one person who wants the vehicles, one person wants the figures, and just chipping in. You know.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's Joe. It's Joe. But I wouldn't want all of them.
No.
I'd like that one.
Oh yeah, I think the 66 and 89 would do me.
Got to have that one. I wouldn't mind that one, but it's not a deal breaker. And then I think I'm out.
I find it interesting that the Batman Begins, they've given him a desert tumbler.
I wondered if there's a chase.
Maybe.
We know that Blockies like to do their chases, don't we? They do. He's wanting the Star Wars ones, of course. Yeah.
And to be fair, that's. I think with it being that's obviously from the Dark Knight Rises.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it does say Dark Knight Trilogy.
Yeah.
Up here, so yeah. So yeah, moving on from Blockies, we've got these, which Martin made us aware of today. And I've forgotten the name of the company that's doing them already. Let me have a look. But they're unofficial. They're not legit. Zika Toys.
Right.
That's ZICA Toys / Giant Leap Toys. But yeah, you can actually go over and pre-order these now. I'm a little bit dubious as to whether or not you should, because I've never heard of the company before, and So
is this a Kickstarter kind of thing, a backer thing?
Not that I'm aware of. I think this is a case of you buy it or pre-order it. They've got everything they've got, except for a couple of items, is down to pre-order.
Right.
Well, sorry, all the Space 1999 stuff's pre-order. So they've got these, which they're getting good value use out of that mold, aren't they? Just a different head for every figure.
Yeah.
I like them though. I've got to be honest. I like the retro style of the figures.
And what these are, the 3 3/4 or 6-inch?
It says GI Joe style, so I'm guessing 3 3/4.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, you notice as well they all say Eagle 76, not Space 1999.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the other question about whether or not is it. It's Jerry Anderson, isn't it? So are they going to end up coming after him?
Well, you do have to wonder, don't you? But they're also making the Eagle that you can put them in.
Right.
Which I'm loving this. I do like this. I like how the Eagle is in a very Mattel-inspired logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's awesome. That's cracking, is that? And that's the set that you essentially get. So the capsule can come off there to be independent. Unless it's a second one that's included. I imagine it just comes off though.
Yeah, I think you'll take the cockpit pod off and you'll take the engines off the back and you just slot them together.
I would have thought so. But this does feel like something we should have had long before that. We should have had an official version of this, I feel.
Yeah, back in the 70s, early 80s, yeah.
Which Mattel did do one, but obviously not as detailed as this.
Right.
Joe's with us. Hello, Joe. How you doing, mate?
Hey, Joe.
So yeah, I'm liking this, but they know how to. The typical toy company, they're straight out the door. Oh, do you want a colour variant?
Yeah.
And they call this one the dinky version.
Right. Now, yeah, I think that one looks better than the all white one.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're awesome. I really do think they're awesome. I'm not convinced on the prices. Shall we have a look at the prices?
And I mean the short chubbiness of it isn't bothering me either.
No, well, I think that adds to the toyeticness of it.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. But those figures, so a pack of 4 figures, I think this is fantastic, to be honest with you. $50.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's very, very reasonable.
Yeah.
Those, $330.
No, you see now that's rather a large jump up from $50.
It is indeed, isn't it?
So you get 4 figures for $50, and then those other 2 figures that are on the first photo come with the Eagle transporter.
That's right. Yeah.
So essentially, so it's $275 then for the ship and $25 for the 2 figures.
Yeah.
I
don't think it's ridiculously or outlandishly expensive.
How long is it? What I can't really see with the picture, but what are the dimensions?
91.44 centimeters long. So that's quite a length.
91 centimeters.
Yeah, so it's just under a meter, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And how wide?
It is 20 centimeters wide. Oh no, sorry, 38.86 centimeters, 39 centimeters wide.
Right, so it's just short 16-inch wide.
Yeah, and it's 20 centimeters tall.
It's that wide.
Yeah. So I think the size is good. Tim's with us. Hello there, Tim. How are we doing? Good evening, boys. Boys, long time since I was called a boy.
The thing is,
Thank you. Phil says the ship's nice.
The positive thing that I could take from this is that it may introduce it to a younger audience, because I would have thought that, there will be some fans of Space 1999 maybe not aging out, but they'll probably maybe aging out of bothering to pick something like this up. But I think it could be good as well if they have some moderate success with this, if they may want to then maybe explore something like Blake 7.
Yes. Yeah.
Do some of the other older niche sci-fi series.
Do you think a company like this would do it, though? Or any company, really? Because Blake... Yeah, Space 1999 is quite niche, but I think Blake 7's even more niche, isn't it?
I think if...
I feel like the Jerry Anderson stuff at least got distributed overseas.
It did, yeah.
Yeah,
it did.
And I'm not convinced Blake 7 did. It might have done, but I'm not sure if it did. Patrick's asking if there's any news when those new mask figures are due. He thought it was September. Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is what they say.
Oh, the Rhino and the...
Yeah, I mean, I've got them on order.
Yeah, it was supposed to be September. I don't know what's happened with those. They've all updates on them have just disappeared.
I mean, it's loyal subjects. It's a big enough company. I don't think they've gone under or anything like that.
No.
Martin's getting a very nostalgic vibe from these, and he's liking them a lot. Phil thinks the ships are nice. Martin thinks they're a bit steep, but he'd definitely go for the figures. Well, the thing is, those figures, let's face it, you could stick them in an X-Wing, couldn't you? They're not.
I mean, the thing is,
off an X-Wing costume, an X-Wing suit.
If I was going to drop,
Blake 7 would be good.
If I was going to drop $300 or £270, give or take, on that, I think I'd rather drop the money on an original proper dinky version.
I A nice minty boxed one, yeah.
Rather than that.
Hello, Dave. No Andy tonight. He's out celebrating his birthday with work friends. So, yeah. I expect him to pop in and say hello at some point, though, because you know what he's like. Put them in. You could put these in the cantina if you think about it. How different are they to a Boschek? Huh? If you were to imagine them in black instead of orange, it's the same suit, nearly, isn't it? Put them in a snow speeder, which I must get. How dare he have a real life? I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. And was there anything else, or was that it? That's it. That's all I have to show you on the news fronts this week. So that's that were a nice quick one, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Actually, I think I do like it that way around. Yeah, we'll go that way. Your head's right underneath your head, then, and I'm right underneath Andy's. That's weird. Cool. We say his birthday party is probably on Minecraft.
It's possible.
He needs us all to go on and help him. He keeps dying.
He may have snuck out of the party early and just gone and...
I've been putting far too many hours into that this last couple of weeks.
The Minecraft Renaissance.
Yeah, it's Dave's fault. Is it a renaissance, though? Because I feel like it's one of those things that's just been going and going since it came out.
I don't know.
Richard, hello.
Maybe it's something that people just dip in and out of as and when.
I can see that.
Basis.
Yeah. Joe's been doing really well, isn't it? Mr. Spectrum Flipper has been doing very well. Loyal subjects have shown images of second wave of...
Yeah, they have, yeah.
Well, they always do that. All companies do that. How many waves of Black Series figures and Vintage Collection figures have we seen that have not come out yet?
We're going to show you what you can have before you've even got what you do want.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wish that they wouldn't. I'd like them to concentrate on one thing and get it out, and then maybe when they release that, then show you the next batch.
Yeah.
But they don't do that. They never have done. Never have done. Sadly. I don't know what Dave's laughing at, but he's laughing. Probably the thought of me spending so many hours and it's his fault. Yeah.
No, I mean I've had my email inbox spammed a bit from Hasbro Pulse with news and updates about various Marvel Legends and Black Series stuff and G.I. Joes and that. Yeah,
Transformers.
It's a lot.
Considering the nature of my business and my passion for this thing, I shouldn't be sick of it, and yet I'm sick of it.
I mean, the only one that I've seen that has caused me any mild interest is the Boba Fett. From Book of Boba Fett.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's the way it looks in Book of Boba Fett. There's a bit of soft goods on there, and it's a better sculpt than the previous one that they did.
It is. I think I was just really confused when I saw that they were even making it. When they announced, and when I saw people talking about it in the groups online. And how excited they were getting. They really seemed to be going on about how great this was. And I was like, but there's a deluxe version of it out already. It's not exactly the same, but it's damned close, isn't it? The Throne Room Boba Fett. And I was just like, and it's on sale everywhere.
Yeah, but I think the Throne Room Boba Fett is that other mould, isn't it?
It is. But
with the balloon pants.
Yeah, but people didn't want it. They didn't want the character. Because they'd already had Tython version, and they'd already had another version, and then this one came out, and then this new one that's come out now it's so identical to my eye to that.
I think what do you think so you had like the desert Fett, where he had like the brown cape and the gaffy stick.
Yeah.
You then had Typhon Fett, which is like when he first gets his armour back, so it's all battered up and things like that. Then you have when he's in the other episode where he's resprayed it and he's got all black on, but they're like the balloony looking kind of pants.
Yeah, I think that's called Throne Room Boba Fett. It's where he goes to see Bib Fortuna, isn't it?
Yeah, and then that's it. So then this one, because it's based on Book of Boba Fett, I think there's a bit more paint application on the jetpack, on his backpack going off there. And then his pants are more, and his boots are more like they are in Book of Boba Fett, where they're look more like a combat or, style of pants.
Right.
Rather than the balloony kind of puffed out.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It just seemed a really strange choice to put R&D into a figure that's so similar to one that's at discount everywhere.
Who knows? Who knows what goes off in the mind of...
It just felt a little bit like, we can't shift this figure. I know, let's make one almost same as it.
Yeah.
But Martin loves his Boba Fett. He's got to love a Boba Fett, says the guy who's never seen Book of Boba Fett. Richard has just got back from seeing Stuart Lee talk about 8 of his favourite films. Should I know who Stuart Lee is? Do I know who Stuart Lee is?
Oh, it's isn't that a guy with short brown spiky hair or something like that?
I don't know.
I'm not right sure. I recognise the name.
I recognise the face. I don't know where from. Movies and shows. No, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen any of that. I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, it's all we're thinking about, yeah. Yeah. He's a stand-up comedian, but he's not been on telly much.
Oh, interestingly, he's been in a Doctor Who audio adventure. And he's been in Arthur Christmas. So again, his voice only I would have known. It's a face I recognise, but I can't really say where from. Hope you had fun anyway. Hope you had fun. He's a comedian, apparently. We want more obscure characters like a Man-a-Man. And that's why Hammerhead is just sitting on my shelf.
You want who?
No, he said we want more obscure characters like a Man-a-Man. A Man-a-Man.
Yeah, you're only getting it once. I'm doing it again.
But yeah, I would agree normally, but characters like Hammerhead, I've just said it. Hammerhead and Walrus Man are sat on my shelves, and they're obscure characters. I don't know.
I mean, I'm just looking at Hasbro Pulse now.
Only gotta love original Boba Fett.
Their Black Series line, and they've done a god awful Valentine's Day Ewok. Which is basically it's a pink Ewok.
Oh, I know. I wasn't going to waste time talking about
that. The Quinlan Voss looks quite nice.
Yes.
Not my thing, but Seventh Sister Inquisitor, no interest at all.
Kyle Katarn is a nice one.
The Jedi Master Dooku with the optional Nicolas Cage head sculpt.
He's in the new Mando film. Oh, Man is, yeah. It's probably going to be a blink and you'll miss it scene.
I don't know who Kyle Katarn is, but...
He's from the old PlayStation game, Dark Forces and Dark Forces 2. And then the Jedi Academy games and whatnot. Wouldn't mind getting a Captain Brutus from the Skeleton Crew.
And then they've got a twin pack of the Purge Trooper and the Patrol Trooper. Now, the Patrol Trooper we've had before, but what they've done with the Patrol Trooper is they've done like what they did with the Scout Trooper and just give him the shield and the riot stick.
Yeah. Hello, Tartan Boy. Need to back the Tron on Hasbro Pulse. Looks an amazing set, albeit a bit pricey. Go back and have a look at our last episode. We did a bit of a talk about that. Yeah, I think we all agreed that it looked good, but that price is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I think it's showing in the amount of backers it's had. In fact, has it gone up at all since?
I don't know. But then I'm also confused why we've got a Purge Trooper, because like those Purge Troopers, that's clone Trooper armor.
Yeah. No, it's. In fact, I don't think it's even gone up at all. 1,107 backers it's got out of 10,000. It's got 19 days left to go.
But I do tell you, Black Series wise, before I finish, what I do find quite what's the word I'm looking for? A novelty, quite a novelty, and is the Dathomir Witch Halloween edition.
Oh, it's just Assage Ventress, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Assage Ventress, but painted green with the witch's hat and that.
Yeah.
But then also the Santa astromech droid.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, there's a certain kind of, you know, novelty appeal to those.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, they never seem to sell very well though. It surprises me that they still do them every year.
But then the other one, which kind of was a bit of interest to me. I don't know whether or not I will go for it, but is the new mold of Jango Fett.
Right. Yeah. Now I imagine that will do quite well because the original one's quite hard to find and has been demanding a high price until they announced a new one. So I can see that being. I mean, it's been a few years since we got it.
Yeah,
I do think it's long overdue. And considering how easy it is to do, just repaint a Boba Fett.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The
how many Boba Fetts have we had?
Yeah, I mean, the armor sculpt is a bit different. I mean, he's got
armor
and stuff like that. But I mean, you could always.
When you consider how many different versions of Boba Fett we've had and how many different Mandalorians we've had from the Mandalorian show, it's like, just give us Jango. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, you could. I mean, there's. I'm just trying to think. The scope there, you could rip the head off that and put that with your, with your Return of the Jedi Boba Fett.
What's that?
The head off Jango Fett, this new Jango Fett. You could take that head and put it on the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. Because it's a clone.
Yeah, but why would you? Because Boba Fett doesn't take his helmet off.
No, but I'm saying though, if people wanted, if that was something that someone wanted,
if they wanted to do, they could do it. Yeah.
Have an unmasked Boba Fett, you can just borrow the head from that.
Martin thinks that Jango Fett is cool until he banged his head on the door.
It's an interesting thing. You see, I mean, I like the concept of Jango Fett. But and I do it's an interesting character and I do like his get up. But I don't know why, but for some reason I prefer Boba Fett's outfit over Jango's.
Yeah.
I think Jango's is a bit too armoured. I think it's because he's got the boot armour, the thigh armour. It's kind of like it just looks a bit more. I don't know. I would say militaristic rather than Boba Fett looks like he's just kind of a rogue bounty hunter kind of thing. He's like unaffiliated, kind of just doing what he does.
I know, Martin.
But anyway, enough on that stuff.
No, that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about all this crap.
But what you see, while I'm here, I'm just looking. I mean, they've got the Black Series Night Trooper that's done like the Mummy. It's just got bandages wrapped around it. I'm looking for it was the one that you mentioned the other week, the zombie one.
Well, that'd be a night trooper, wouldn't it? I mean, I called it a zombie trooper, but that's what the night
Black
troopers
Fury's
are.
Night Trooper. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sort of low stock.
Yeah, but I thought you might have got it. I know that you don't really do sequel era stuff and all that lot, but it's just it's a stormtrooper, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a stormtrooper and it's a zombie. So I didn't know if you might have gone for.
Well, he's one at Death Troop. It's a Death Trooper.
I was just going to say I didn't know if they'd used the Death Trooper from Rogue One style one.
Yeah,
And
it is. Yeah, it's that, and they've just chipped it open, the mask open, to have like a bit of a. It's. I don't know. I mean, I can see it's.
Martin says that Django is a clinical bounty hunter.
Clinical.
Clinical.
I wonder who would be the better bounty hunter, Django or Boba?
It's a good question, isn't it? I think I'd probably lean towards Django, you know.
What, being the better bounty hunter?
I don't know. Don't know why, though.
I wonder in universe who was the most successful, who had the most bounties. I mean, I would say probably Boba had probably more of a reputation than Django.
Yeah, big reputation, but is that because he did so much work for the Empire?
I don't know. But then again, that may play into the fact that, was it Martin who mentioned, Martin mentioned about Django being more clinical because he's not.
Well, Martin's like Boba Fett definitely because he's all about the original trilogy, and as you can tell from his profile picture, there he's all about Boba.
No, I know, but like I say, it may fit in with the fact, like I say, about Django being more clinical, being more. Because I mean, even when he doesn't go after in Attack of the Clones, he doesn't go after the bounty himself. He gets what they call her now? Thingy to go after him.
Zam Wessel.
That's it, Zam Wessel. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he like subcontracts it out.
Subcontracts, yeah. But is that because he's busy with the cloners?
Yeah,
due to his other responsibilities there.
Yeah.
Patrick says that Django taught his son all he knows, but did he? Did he still have lots left to teach him when his head was separated from his shoulders?
And you see, I get the impression
at that point.
I get the impression that the majority of what Boba learned.
Phil says he is the same person. Clones, so genetically the same.
Yeah.
But they don't have the same experiences and the same memories.
Unless there's some inherited memories.
Is that a thing?
Well, I mean, some science fiction movies and TV series where they deal with clones do tend to err on that side, that there's some kind of genetic, rollover. But no, I think from a I mean, you get the impression from the Clone Wars cartoon.
Republic. True.
From the Clone Wars cartoon, Boba Fett probably learnt more from, people like Cad Bane and what's the one that's the woman with the white face and the aerials out of her head?
Aura Singh.
That's it, Aura Singh and Bosk and
I know what Ben's saying here, but Django was chosen to be the blueprint for the Grand Army of the Republic. As a bounty hunter, he'll do a lot of immoral things. And everything we know about the clones is that they've got some good morals. They've got decent morals, all of them. And they only break those morals due to a chip that they have to have implanted into their brain to make them do so. So they can't be that much like Django. Mentally, that is.
But I suppose you could argue that Django did have a certain code of honour, which could have been transposed over to the clones. But, like I said, with them being clones,
his honour and morals the same thing. They go hand in hand, I suppose.
Yeah. But, like I say, because it was the
Good evening, all, says Dave. Apologies for his tardiness. Don't worry, you're just in time to listen to us talk about Star Wars, and we know how much you love that. He's arrived in time to hear the question, who had the most bounties? He's over the moon at the thought of coconut content.
Yeah, the Communions.
A little disturbing that both Dave and Rudy arrived at the same time.
Jodacast, was he the Boba clone or the person impersonating Boba?
Impersonating him.
Yeah.
If it's the guy I'm thinking of.
It's from the comic, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about
no imitations. When it comes to Boba, no imitations are accepted.
Did Boba learn any new tricks? Maybe how to launch himself into a giant mouth? Well, that wasn't him, was it? That was Han.
Yeah, he activated his rocket pack.
Yeah.
Well, short-circuited or malfunctioned it. And yeah.
No, his son had an hidden anger driving him after the death of his dad, Django, so it made him more ruthless a bounty hunter. Okay, possibly. Anyway, yes, hello, Rudy, and hello, Dave. Welcome. Hope you are both well. Yeah, fireworks are going off out there still. Bloody things. Ooh.
Anyway, I have exhausted Boba.
Have you?
Boba and Django.
Well, we can go on about Jodo Cast.
Tango Fett. You know when you've been tangoed.
How to Wilhelm scream.
Mm-hmm.
I think what you need is, you know, those sort of like G-clamp vices you can get. You put one of your testicles in there, tighten it up, and at some point, the tighter you get, you'll go from ah. You know you've gone too far then. That's how to. Or you could step on Lego. You know, keeping it with toys. I don't, do you want to move on to the...
What? The topics in hand, Halloween and Bonfire Night?
Yeah, I'm going to say Halloween, but I don't know. Do we want to do Bonfire Night or Halloween? Which do you want to go with first? They're kind of hand in hand.
We might as well do Halloween first, because it's, you know, get Halloween out the way, because it is, you know, it's
out of the way now. We're past it.
Yeah.
5 days.
That's what I mean. Just like keep it short and sweet, get it over and done with, and then move on to Bonfire. Yeah, I had a brief look today, see if I could see anything Halloween toy related, and you know, obviously there was the chat that I had when I was with Dave and Rudy on Sunday night, but actually as a kid, like I say, late 70s, early 80s, Halloween wise, the only toys I would say, and there weren't really toys that you could say are definitely specifically tied in with Halloween or the horror theme, would have been the model kits. So things like Dracula and the Mummy and things like that you could pick up and do the kits. But actual toy-wise, really, I mentioned the Draculas and that lot that they had the parachutes that you could throw them up and they'd float down kind of thing. But the other things really would be the like the finger extensions, the rubber fingers kind of thing. You have the novelty masks, and the finger bobs things. You know, the little monster finger bobs.
Oh yes, is that what they're called? Finger bobs. Okay.
Yeah, the rubbery finger bob things. Well, I don't know if that's what they probably call finger bobs. I mean, there was finger mouse, but no, finger bobs. I think they were probably called finger bobs. You know, those rubbery things with the arms that were like
yeah, with the googly eyes. Well,
yeah,
bulging eyes maybe.
Yeah, and that really was about it. You know, we had no kind of like. You'd have the cheap plastic skeletons as well, like the rubber skeletons and things like that. but I wouldn't say there was anything specifically what you would say, right, yes, that's definitely a Halloween toy. Because these kind of toys were sold all year round anyway at novelty shops or joke shops and things like that. So yeah,
Of course I know what the Wilhelm scream is.
It's been in enough films to know what it is.
Yeah, of course it has.
So yes, I mean, it's not like now where you can buy specifically themed or tailored Halloween stuff. Like your selection of Halloween Funkos or your selection of Halloween Black Series or your McFarlane Halloween series. Like you'd have your Scream figure or your Freddy Krueger figure and things like that. So it was, it was slim pickings really, which also tied in with the whole, which we were speaking about before we came online. Regarding the whole trick or treating thing, Halloween really didn't commercially hit, really, while probably the arse end of the 80s, early 90s.
Arse end. I love that term, arse end.
I can recall going trick or treating, very late 70s, early 80s, but it wasn't like the phenomenon that it is in the States. It was literally a bin liner for a cape, a very cheap plastic Dracula mask or something like that, or even just Dracula teeth. The two teeth that you put in and just shred your gums to bits.
A little bit of red lipstick here.
Yeah, bit of red lipstick down your cheek and that, and a turnip carved out. And that was it.
A turnip.
Yeah. But as I was saying to you earlier, I was watching. It was last week. I watched a video.
Very funny. I know I need to see more films, but trust me, I knew what the Wilhelm scream is.
Yeah, I was watching a video last week about a chap that had done some research into this about trick or treating and Halloween and when it really took off and the histories of it. This is like looking at the UK, not in America. And commercially, it was like I say, it was like late 80s, early 90s commercial when it started being something commercial. But there was a correlation between children's memories and also finding newspaper articles about it. That there was an upsurge in trick or treating in 1982 after E.T. came out, because the kids that had been to see E.T. had seen that particular scenes in the film where the kids go out trick-or-treating and all dressed up in fancy dress. So the kids at that time latched onto that, and that kind of could have been the early startings of it,
Spielberg, look what you are responsible for.
Because there was...
That's not how you wanted to inspire generations of British kids, I'm sure.
Yeah, because it went on to talk about how it has its roots in Ireland and Scotland, and funnily enough, Canada as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so I can then through that then making its way and being the big thing that it is in the States, in America. But those were just the little bits that I'd looked at and looked into in prep for discussing it this evening. But it was more when I was a kid. It was the penny for the guy was more of a thing.
Right, okay. Which will lead nicely into the bonfire discussion,
yeah.
I suppose.
That was more of a thing than Halloween. Like saying which you mentioned as well, the chomping. Basically going around nicking wood.
Yeah, looking for anything that someone might have thrown out.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can remember as a young kid there'd be different gangs of kids, and we'd specifically guard as wood so people didn't nick the wood. We'd go and nick wood off their chumping pile, and we'd make a guy, and so it'd be just like knocking on people's doors if they had any unwanted newspapers, so we could stuff their clothes with newspaper, and then papier mâché head, and then just pull it round on a trolley, which kids nowadays call go-karts, but trolleys were what we used to make.
That's when Yoda met E.T.
Yeah, you'd make a trolley using old pram wheels and bits of wood and stuff, like wood planks and that. So that's that was more of a thing. Oh, yeah, sorry, I've just seen Phil's comment. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, Mischief Night. Yeah, 4th. Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, Mischief Night. Yeah.
I think that's well and truly done with now, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think
That's
think
the thing
kids
of the past,
bother with that anymore. But yeah, I mean, Bonfire Night, and it's again thinking on. I mean, this might lead in because I've got something to show, which we'll get around to shortly. But back in the days where you could go, well, kids could go to the shop. I remember going to the shop and buying fireworks.
Yeah.
Buying rockets and buying bangers and things like that. I mean, I don't want to go into the stupid stuff that I used to do with fireworks when I was a kid. It's like,
I think it's certainly for the best that there are restrictions now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
but then again, I mean, I don't think
kids shouldn't have access to these things.
No. And I think if they did, they probably wouldn't know what to do with them anyway. They certainly won't be as inventive as what we were when I was a kid.
Probably not. No. And obviously, you hear the horror tales every year about fireworks and animals, which, it's stuff of nightmares, is that, and certainly stuff that shouldn't be happening.
Mm.
Animals can't defend themselves against things like this. But
no.
So I mean, the fact that this is going on constantly as well is like I am one of those who kind of thinks that why do you want to spend like 50 to 100 quid now on a decent set of fireworks, to set off out in your back garden and it looks all right. Or you could pay 20 quid and go to an organised fireworks display and see a bloody good spectacle.
I don't know. I think it's that independent agency for to just do something yourself. I mean, I personally wouldn't want to go to an organised event.
No. I'm not fussed about the whole thing, to be fair.
Because it's like it's people. It's like, go away. You're in my way. Go away. It'll be crowded. It'll be noisy. It'll be
when
smelly.
When Ed made a guy, it wasn't stuffed clothes. It was a real bloke that he thrown on the fire.
Yeah. I was the Pennywise of Batley in the early 80s.
Richard remembers buying fireworks from the newsagent while purchasing his turnip to carve too.
Yeah, he could. But there were.
Eddie's proper old.
I think they used to call them bottle rockets. I think they were called bottle rockets, and they were like but they were just a bit smaller, and they were like really thin. They were about as thin and about as long as a banger,
right?
But they're on a stick,
right? Yeah.
And I think they were called bottle rockets. And then, depending on which bangers you got, there was the bangers. I seem to remember them being yellow with a red top. And then you had these other bangers, which were just all yellow, and they didn't have a fuse on them. It was literally just like a dome cap. And you had to light the dome cap. And now they were a bit sketchy with them because they didn't have a fuse that went down. It was like you lit them and you just threw them straight away because you didn't know how long the fuse was on those kind of bangers.
Mini rockets, says Phil. That's what they were called.
Mini rockets. Right.
Maybe they're one of those things where different areas had different names for them.
Maybe. Yeah. But I mean, maybe we just called them bottle rockets because we used to put them in empty milk bottles.
Air bomb repeaters for Chris when he was a kid.
Yeah, air bomb repeaters. I remember them. Yeah. So, but that was the thing. Like I said, as a kid, we could go. I remember Pima's shop up by me when I was a kid. It was called Pima's. You just buy fireworks, buy bangers, buy these mini rockets, sparklers, and it was just like nobody batted an eyelid with them. But I mean, I may exaggerate a little bit. I mean, we used to get up to some stuff with them, but we never did that was, that was too stupid or we thought was too dangerous. Maybe we did, but back at the time, we probably didn't think it would do because you're a bit fearless when you were a kid, So
3, 2, 1 bangers never got more like one. Got to 1 more like 2-1. All right, okay. What I remember about fireworks night or bonfire night, fireworks night is what they seem to call it now. It was always bonfire night for us.
Yeah,
always bonfire night.
Well, that's the thing. I think they've lost the. It's not about. They don't associate with history now.
No.
The kind of this generation now. It's like I say, it's firework. It's just about the spectacle of the bonfire.
Yeah, they probably don't even realise what it's for.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably don't even realise what it's for. But for me, it was always the memory of the most boring fireworks display ever, every year at primary school. And it would be the headmaster, Mr. Oakley. He would get his little box of fireworks out, and I think he looked forward to this all year long. And he would have us all lined up in very straight, neat lines in the school playing ground outside. And he would put on a display for us. And he would say, "This is," and he would name the sherbet fountain or whatever it was called. And he would tell you what it's supposed to do and what colours are supposed to come out of it, reading the packaging and whatever else. And then he would put it down, he'd light it, and he'd walk away. Oh, his little scared runaway. And it'd go off and it'd last for all of 5 or 6 seconds. And then he'd turn around and he's like, "So what did we all think to that then, boys and girls?" And he'd then have a discussion about it before moving on to the next one. So every firework took about 5 minutes.
Right.
And obviously at this time of year, it's bloody cold out there. And you just sort of like stood there with your hands in your pockets like, "Yes, Mr. Oakley. Can we just do the next one, please, Mr. Oakley? I want to go back inside where the heating's on." But we'd all get a sparkler. And if we were lucky, I loved these. You don't see them anymore now. At least I don't see them anymore now. I think they used to get them from Toffee Smiths on Dewsbury Market. We would get one of those bonfire toffee lollies, which would be made in a jam tart dish.
Yeah.
On a lolly stick. And I loved those. I actually went to try and get some today, but apparently they don't make them anymore. Or at least they don't. Yes, pie and peas was a big thing.
Pie and peas, yeah.
With mint sauce. Had to have mint sauce on it. Calf and wheels, nail them to the fence and watch the fun. They were a favourite of mine, were calf and wheels.
We used to nail them to us friends.
Yeah, pin the tail on the donkey, pin the calf and wheel on your. Okay. We would put Black Cat Banger in duffel hoods. Well, yeah, I'm going to say Black Cat. That was one of the big brands around here, wasn't it? Black Cat and Standard. Standard fireworks was one.
Yeah.
My mates made a turntable with a pipe on it and would like to rock it and spin the turntable around with us around in circles to see who it fired at. Terrifying. Jacket potatoes, yeah, that were a big thing as well.
Yeah, well, in the bonfires, you'd wrap your jacket tatey in tin foil and put it in the bottom of the bonfire.
Yeah. Usually try to watch V for Vendetta, says Richard. I think I've only watched it on this night twice, but I do think it's a pretty good film. No, I agree. Very good film. But it's based on a good piece of, shall we say, visual literature.
And it's quite apt for what's politically going up at the moment.
Are we allowed to say that we wish that would happen now?
Well, the thing is, it's an interesting point that he makes about watching certain films at a certain time of the year. I mean, Halloween, just briefly touching back on Halloween, there's 3 films I watch every Halloween. Yeah, and it is Halloween 3, which I think is the best Halloween film. I also watched Children of the Corn, which is it's one of the better Stephen King adaptations. It's still very little in common with the book, but it's still, Children of the Corn, still a decent film.
Good film.
And then the other one is one that hardly anybody's ever heard of. It's called Dark Night of the Scarecrow.
Yeah, I've not heard of it.
And it's a made-for-TV movie from 1981, but it's an absolute belter. Now, the good thing about it is it's not... The reason why I like those three is that I would say... I know they come under the genre of horror film, but they're more of a thriller horror rather than actual gore and fright horror. And I think that's why those three are my classics. I've watched them every Halloween since being younger.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like a bit of a thing that I carry on, carry on now kind of thing.
But it's funny you should mention. I mean, it had to come into the topic, didn't it? V for Vendetta. It's what Bonfire Night is all about. But it's literally the only toy that I can think of that relates to Bonfire Night is the V for Vendetta action figures.
Right.
Yeah, because obviously it's supposed to be Guy Fawkes.
Mm.
That's the disguise, isn't it? That he's wearing the mask. So that's the only toy that I can think of. So please do let me know in the chat if I'm wrong. Obviously, there's masks and things like that, but I think they're more Halloween. But actually directly tied to Bonfire Night, I can only think of that. And it's not even direct, is it? It's quite indirect. But you find me a Guy Fawkes action figure, and I think it'll just be V. Rudy says, nothing more frightening in the 1980s. Sparklers PSA as they would show on the build-up to Bonfire Night. That girl going back to pick it up. Yes. They were good. They were good little things then, though. If it actually stopped someone doing something stupid, it was worth it. Great movie. V for Vendetta, I'm sure. Toffee lolly. Luxury. Yes. But treacle toffee. Bonfire toffee.
But toffee apples as well. Toffee apples are nice.
Are they more Halloween than Bonfire Night?
I don't know. We used to get toffee apples on Bonfire Night as well. Maybe it's just that they were carried over from Halloween, with them being so close together.
Yeah, because obviously there was the whole bobbing for apples as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, and then like cinder toffee.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have cinder toffee and like your cayenne peas.
That's a naked crunchy, isn't it?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely with the mint sauce, definitely. Yeah.
Basically,
we used to lick spent charcoal. Okay.
It's a choice.
Yeah. Great big, thick, hard, broken shards of treacle toffee. I did wonder where you were going with that then for a second, Richard. Not how you thought that sentence might... No, you're quite right. You're quite right. Oh, Martin doesn't like mint sauce.
I do have some... there are some fond memories of Bonfire because I had uncles that were in the haulage trade, and they would get old pallets. And one of my uncles had like quite a sizable garden. And so every Bonfire Night, we would go around there, and there'd just be all these masses of pallets piled up on top of each other to make this bonfire. And so we'd have the bonfire and the the jacket taters in the tin foil, the bonfire toffee and the fireworks and stuff like that. But obviously, as kids, we loved doing the whole thing of throwing bangers or rockets into the bonfire and just waiting to see which direction they flow out of, kind of thing.
I've seen that happen. I'm sorry, Phil. I'm going there. You've brought this up, so I'm going there. Is that how you ended up in Turkey?
Oh. Has he got turkey teeth?
Oh no, not at all.
Is it too? Is he just Ryland? Is it Ryland in disguise?
Who remembers Pimps and Peas? Pies and Peas you're talking about, Joe, yes. We've already been there and done that. Ben mentioned it. Yeah, Ben mentioned it ages ago. Pimps do eat their veggies, though. Apparently so. Dark Night of the Scarecrow, that's a deep cut. I remember seeing that on Channel 4 many years ago.
This is a cracking film. Absolutely cracking film.
Fair enough. It's not Halloween related, but it is a TV movie that I loved as a kid, and it was last time I checked, available on YouTube. It was made by Disney, and it starred George Carlin. And it was called Just in Case.
Yeah.
As in Justin Case. And he was a detective that gets killed at the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
And his ghost is helping someone uncover the secret of his killer.
Right.
Good film. Good film.
I wonder if that's kind of
That's George Carlin.
I wonder if it's an American-inspired version of Randall and Hopkirk.
Deceased. Yeah.
But just for Rudy, if Rudy wants to watch the film, the full version is on YouTube to watch.
What is it?
Yeah, and it's in HD as well. It's in HD on YouTube.
Cool. Which even the original wouldn't have been. I remember when people used to dump their heads for apples on Halloween, and that's apple bobbing. Yeah, dunk, yes. Yeah. And that's the chat caught up with. I've never really mentioned my Halloween memories, and in all fairness, there's not much different. I mean, this is about 10 years between us, so it's probably not a huge change there. But yeah, it was the same. It was bin liners. Usually for us, it'd be a hole cut in one end and then holes cut out for your arms so that it would go over you. One of those cheap plastic masks. And I've said this so many times in the past. I can always remember, because it was always a tiny thin cut for your mouth. And I could always remember trying to put your tongue through it and then rubbing your tongue back and forth, almost like you were trying to cut your tongue on the thin plastic.
Yeah.
I don't know why that memory is so vivid in my mind, but I can remember it every year as a kid. Weird, very, very weird. But those neon-coloured masks, witches and pumpkins, and there were weird things. There were weird. I mean, I think, and I never heard the name back then, but Ben Cooper are the masks that people seem to talk about now that evoke memories of those to me. But I think these were probably cheap knockoffs of the Ben Cooper stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. I remember that. I remember that quite a lot. If you were lucky, you might have got a trident. Like a black tubular thing with a red three-pronged thing at the top.
I know what you mean,
the devil. And you could get the devil horns maybe sometimes, but yeah, the witch fingers. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Very, very similar. Salem's Lot is a favourite of Martin's. It still holds its own. The original one, that is. Is that David Soul?
It is, yeah. That's David Soul.
Dempsey and Makepeace is on ITV.
James Mason, yes.
Okay. Trick or Treat is my favourite recent Halloween film. Bet you've sold some Sam merchandise, Gav. I have. It's a film I've not seen. You won't be surprised to hear. The little character of Sam, the sack-headed thing, the pumpkin-headed thing, that seems fascinating to me because it's supposed to be a child, isn't it? Some kind of childlike demon. Yeah? That seems quite fascinating to me, but apparently he's just linking three separate stories, isn't he? It's not actually a whole film. It's an anthology type thing, and when I heard about that, it kind of put me off it. So I don't know. Maybe I should watch it. I don't know. Dave Dempsey and Makepeace is cool. Had a crush on Glynis Barber, says Martin. You are old, Dave. Trick or Treat is amazing, says Ben. I'll have to watch it at some point. I've always enjoyed dressing up as a cowboy. You don't see that much these days.
I think Dave's just got a fetish for assless chaps. I think that's probably what it is, more than anything. Does he go out trick or treating with an Indian, a police officer, and a builder? By any chance?
Oh!
And then on the way home, they stop off at the Blue Oyster.
Yeah, man. I remember when one of my friends dressed up as Borat.
I'm assuming it's Borat.
And one time, somebody dressed up as the Joker, and he's on this stream last night. Well, that's where you're wrong. He didn't do it one time. He did it several times. I remember when he dyed his hair. Yeah, I dyed my hair green several times for that costume, for that outcome. Worked. I remember rubber witch's fingers that made your fingers sweat. Yes, yeah. They were irritating, weren't they? A mask that got condensation all in your face. Plastic vampire teeth that made you... Yeah, but did you ever have the glow-in-the-dark plastic vampire teeth? Yeah? You know me, I'm all about that glow. It probably goes back to then. Brokeback Mountain, is that what you do on a Halloween?
I can't quit you.
And Dave says that he would do. Where is your 6-gun, Dave? The good, the bad, and the fugly. I think Trick or Treat works as an overall narrative, including several incidents. It's the horror Pulp Fiction. See, that's not a good sales pitch to me, because I turned Pulp Fiction off. I don't think I got very far past the overdose scene, to be fair. So it's quite early on in the film, that, isn't it? I can remember being put into an ambulance and the ambulance driving off. Do we follow the ambulance for a little bit?
No, there's no ambulance in it.
There's no ambulance in it?
No. He takes round to Lewis's house.
Right.
In his car.
I must be imagining that then from another film, but she does have the overdose, doesn't she? And
yeah, Uma Thurman. Yeah, she ODs.
Yeah,
because
right, I obviously didn't get past that point then.
Yeah, she mistakes heroin for cocaine, and she snorts it, and it ODs her. But no, if he's on about anthology films as well, there's another one called Trilogy of Terror. And that's a...
You've mentioned this before.
Yeah, that is a really creepy one, is Trilogy of Terror. But again, that's going back to the Halloween thing. Is that?
I actually think you and Richard have discussed this before on here.
It's possible, yeah. It's possible.
Rudy says the build-up to Bonfire Night at primary school was always pretty good, if I remember. We would do the history of Guy Fawkes. Big Telly brought into the room and watched some BBC Schools programme about it. I used to love Big Telly. Love the use of the term Big Telly. Yeah, I used to love Big Telly. It used to get brought in on the wheels. Wonderful stuff. Pulp Fiction. Now that's
a tasty burger.
I remember you dressed up as... What?
Say what again?
Dressed up as a character, not the Joker. I dressed up as Ghost Rider one year. That was fun. The night before, I dyed my hair bright orange with the intention of spiking it up to look like flames the morning after. And right after I'd finished dyeing it, I was like, bugger, I need something from Asda. I mean, this is Halloween, so it fits in. So,
well, the last time I dressed up for Halloween would have been 1992 or 1993.
Batman.
No, it was The Crow.
Oh, right, okay, cool.
So, actually, no, it might have been... What year did Crow come out? It was the year that The Crow came out. So, were it 94, were it? I don't know. It was the year that The Crow came out.
94.
That was the last... 94?
94, yeah.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, that was the last time.
Yeah, I realised I needed something from Asda as soon as I finished doing my hair. I had no hat. And it's pitch black. I mean, you know what the weather's like out there now, how dark it is. It was like this. I was on my way to Asda.
The thing is, though, walking around Dewsbury with orange hair isn't really that much of a thing now.
Not now, but then obviously it was, because I did receive this shout from, I've no idea where from, but just, "Oi, you ginger!" I see you next Tuesday.
Yes.
And I don't think they expected the response that they got, but I just doubled over in hysterics. I was like, I've not even been orange for 10 minutes yet, and I'm already getting abused for being ginger. Hilarious. Well, you are just a rubbish film viewer. I give up. Ed, any help or advice for Gareth?
No, I gave up years ago.
I've got to be honest with you. I don't tend to stick a lot of Tarantino stuff, mostly because I just have no interest in watching things related to drugs. It's a personal thing. You know, I don't want to know about it. I don't want to be educated on it. I don't want to see stories about it or involve in it. So as soon as I see stuff like that, and what happened, it's a sickening thing to watch. So I just don't.
To be fair, the only film that is the you've got Pulp Fiction and Jackie Brown,
Right.
and that's it. All the other Tarantino films, no. You've got cigarette smoking, but
Yeah, I know, yeah.
you haven't got drugs. I mean, Reservoir Dogs, no drugs in that. Hateful Eight, not Hateful Eight. Inglourious Bastards, nothing in that. Hateful Eight, no in that. Kill Bill, no, nothing in that. You know, so the others.
Kill Bill, I enjoy the first one. Second one's boring as hell, but first one's great.
So yeah, it's personal taste and choice.
It is, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the film. It's just not something that I'm interested in.
No.
So it's and I've never watched Trainspotting either for the same reason.
No,
I wanted to put Wheeled in, but didn't have enough characters. Die Hard is my favourite bonfire night movie. What? Okay. Watch Four Lions. That is completely bat poop. Yes, I know. I've seen that. I haven't seen Black Sleep, though. What's Black Sleep? You dressed up as Ghost Rider. We need evidence. Joe, you're a friend of mine on Facebook. Have a look at my profile pictures and scroll back. From Dusk Till Dawn is a good watch. I suppose that's a Halloween theme, isn't it?
Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah, it's a vampire thing, yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it could be Halloween month.
Kind of like to watch The Wicker Man in between Halloween and Bonfire Night. I feel that works as a post and precursor to those celebrations. Interesting. Die Hard is an Easter movie, Dave. Don't you know anything? I thought it was a Valentine's movie. How dare you? Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
No, it's not.
Okay.
But we're not going there. Right. While we're on that, then, what I will do is then I will screen share.
You go for it.
Because there we go. So, as we say, we're talking about bonfire night and fireworks and this. So I just pulled this together quickly this afternoon. It's only 3 minutes long, but I hope you enjoy it nonetheless. He said if you could press play.
Remember. I can't hear it.
Anyway, where is Kevin this afternoon? Oh, I don't know. I think he said he was going overseas, Stephen. Yeah, that's another thing I don't like either. Them playing together. There's enough kids round here, judging by the route the weekend. If your child was killed or badly injured in a firework accident like this, you'd probably blame the parents of the other.
So I'm just pausing it. Chris has said there's no sound.
Yeah, it was very, very quiet. Very quiet. I did say I couldn't hear it.
Right, I didn't hear that. So why? Why is it not sharing sound?
It is. It's just really, really quiet.
Ah, there we go. Right. Let's do that again.
Hear that?
What's she always on about this kid of hers?
Oh, I don't know. I said to her last week, I said, you know, you won't too much about Stephen. He's leaving school next year, that'll soon sort him out.
Yeah, well, that's her lookout, isn't it? She should have been stricter with him at the right time.
Yeah, well, you're too strict, you are.
Not strict, I'm fair. Done out Kevin in the arm, is it?
Yeah, well, you can't hold kids back, though.
I'm not saying hold him back. I'm saying there's such a thing as discipline. Fair discipline.
Well, I still say you've got to draw a line.
Anyway, where is Kevin this afternoon?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I think he said he was going round to see Stephen.
Yeah, that's another thing I don't like either. Them playing together. There's enough kids round here, judging by the rout the weekend.
Jim!
If your child was killed or badly injured in a firework accident like this, you'd probably blame the parents of the other children. But your children are your responsibility. Make sure yours aren't meddling with fireworks this bonfire night.
Bonfire night. Not fireworks.
Take one dark night in November, add one adult, a tin box with a lid, and a torch. Mix in a liberal sprinkling of children of various ages and place a few handfuls of well-chosen fireworks all together in the box. Then take out the fireworks one at a time, close the box, and read the instructions carefully, using the torch. Light the firework at arm's length, preferably with a safety lighter, and then stand well back and wait. And wait. And wait. Never be tempted to return to examine a dud. It might not be. Add a little sparkle for good measure, and what have you got? The perfect recipe for a safe and happy Guy Fawkes night. It's called the Firework Code, and it's yours free wherever you buy fireworks. Remember, on the 5th of November, follow the Firework Code.
Well, Kerry, not saying hello to me then?
She's not quite herself today.
Huh?
Show Mrs. Green what you did, love.
Oh, how did she do that?
Well, it was yesterday evening. We had just a few fireworks for the kids. I thought we were ever so careful, but there's always something you forget to tell them.
How did it happen then?
It was a sparkler. You wouldn't believe it, would you? I mean, really. It wasn't as though the children were on their own. I was there. I did the lighting. And I took good care they were holding the sparklers properly at arm's length. Not dancing around, waving them and poking each other's eyes out.
So what did happen then?
Well, I ask you. When the sparkler's finished, back she goes and tries to pick it up. It may look cool, but it's still red hot, isn't it? What a silly girl, Ben.
Make sure your child doesn't start November the 6th like this, or worse.
That was a public information film.
Very good.
There we go. There we go. That was
security. That's what I was talking about.
Yep. So that was just in keeping with the topic. I just threw that together this afternoon and thought it'd be
echoing through your speakers now. Have we sorted that? I think we sorted it. Yeah.
What's that? Sorry.
Well, I could hear myself echoing through your speakers then. Yeah. Are the marvellous tones of Richard Briers.
Yeah, the first one was Felicity Kendall.
What happens if you have short arms? Arms length. And Martin remembered those.
Yeah. But you see, we used to have loads of those kind of adverts as kids.
Yeah. Never forget to use a biscuit tin, a metal one to keep your fireworks in. Tim says that was a blast from the past. Quite literally a blast, wasn't it? Fireworks blast.
I mean, I liked the, at the end, the little girl, doing the live long and prosper thing.
I did wonder if it was actually going to say that the sparkler had lit her gloves.
Right.
Yeah, because I can remember that being a thing when I was at school. If you're going to use sparklers, don't wear gloves.
Yeah.
Because obviously the nylon, a lot of them would have been nylon then.
Yeah.
Would have caught
that it melted and fused with your hands.
Exactly, yeah. So I can remember that being a thing. Don't wear gloves. Well, obviously, they hadn't decided that back then in those.
Oh no, she'd taken the glove off when she picked it up.
Had she? Oh yeah, when she picked it up while she was holding it.
Oh yeah, when she was holding it, yeah.
They all had
gloves on. I think she was wearing mittens, so she was okay.
So moving on.
You underestimate the protective power of mittens.
Of mittens, yeah.
Especially if the mittens that's got a cord that runs through your coat to either one.
And we all had them, and what was the first thing we all did? Pulled the bloody cord off.
Mittens with a blue duffel coat with wooden toggles and buttons.
I actually used some footage from a public information film in my 70s video in my top. I don't know if anyone noticed it. It was when it was discussing the or was it Pete? The kite guy. Is it Peter? Peter Powell. Peter Powell kites. Yeah. There must have been some public service things at the time about flying them too close to pylons.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I was struggling to find vintage footage of people using the kites. I've managed to get modern footage, but I wanted some vintage footage as well. So I used little bits from one of those in it.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, you don't
chuck a frisbee into power lines.
Or football. Don't get your football in the little substations. Kicking football into a substation. Yeah. But the thing is, though,
water.
They don't have these public information films now for kids these days.
No, and I think it's a crime.
No, because I seem to recall the reason why they pulled them because they were claiming that it were traumatizing the kids. It's
good.
Like, well, it's.
I mean, it's like Rudy says exactly right here. They did exactly what they needed to do: scare you and inform you of what to do or not to do, and they're great. Yeah. I completely agree with that, and I honestly think over on Kiddie YouTube and on Kids Netflix and Disney Plus and stuff like that, instead of advertising toys to them and slime and sweets and chocolate and cakes, maybe they should start putting on. Kids, don't go play in the road. It's a stupid thing to do. When you're out on your bike, don't just ride around in front of cars. Don't jump in that puddle of water that might be more than a puddle, and you might end up dead in it. I mean, we used to watch them. I remember them. These fireworks ones. Yeah. It's taking a dark turn as this, isn't it?
And
Charlie says, shut up.
Yeah, the Charlie ones, yeah. Which, a bit of a useless information fact, but it was Kenny Everett that did the voice for the cat.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because kids don't play outside now, too busy on the... Well, there you are. There's one, isn't it? When you get messages from a stranger...
Okay. No, but see, you're saying that, yeah? But I mean, again, I can remember the old seatbelt adverts with Jimmy Savile. The clunk click every trip. And then there was the one...
I went too far.
Then there was the ones for motorbikes, where the guy sat at a table and he says, think once, think twice, think bike. And it's like, it was about a bike driving into a car. The creepiest one, I think, as a kid, was the one that Donald Pleasance did the voice for. And that's a bit of a segue from Halloween, because Donald Pleasance...
It's Halloween, yeah.
In Halloween. And it was for dark water. It was all like, about going swimming.
When I was talking about puddles
in ponds or quarries and things like that,
No, I agree. I've seen that one.
So,
there are kids around here who walk into the road without looking. Well, there you go.
Yeah, because they're busy looking at the phones.
Have you seen... I mean, I shouldn't be surprised at this at all, considering what I've experienced in the arcade where the shop is. But there's photographs of kids like between 10 and 15 year old sat on top of an old Debenhams building. I think it's in Nottingham. that's been doing the rounds on social media. They're all done up like ninjas, you know. They've got the balaclavas on and everything, and they're sat on like an 8-story building roof. Like, what the hell are they doing? You know what?
I mean, don't get me wrong, Gareth. I mean, I used to get up to some stuff when I was a young kid. We used to call it climbing it rafters. And basically what it meant is if there were any like new buildings, I mean, we did it when they were building, well, it's not new anymore, but Dewsbury Hospital, when they were building Dewsbury Hospital, we once got a collars felt bit police for that one because we were in there climbing on building site and this, like, you know, climbing up all steel frames and stuff like that. You know, so we did stuff. I mean, we used to climb pylons. Yeah. It's like, you know.
It's not something to be proud of, Ed.
You what, sorry?
It's not something to be proud of.
But the thing is, though, I mean, it's the kind of thing where, you know, it's like, it was a different, I mean, I know it's a bit of a cliche saying it was a different time, but it was, you know, I think as kids back then, we were more fearless than what kids are now. But we also, I think, had a bit more of an awareness about how far to go.
Well, I think that's just it. I mean, sitting on top of an 8-story roof and running across the roof there is a bit stupid. Personally, I think it is anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, but like I say, that I see it's not as high. Obviously, the shop arcade. If they were to fall off it, they'd very seriously injure themselves, if not worse.
Yeah.
But they're running across a glass roof. The roof of the arcade is glass, and they're running across it. Idiots, absolute idiots. So Rudy seems to remember one about going on the ice.
Yeah, the war. Yeah.
I think there was one about going on the ice and the dangers.
Yeah,
and
it's frozen water. I think the advert or something.
Yeah, I do remember the train track one as well. Yeah. Would have done that on a BMX in the 80s. What, a glass roof? You would have gone across a little thin glass roof on a bike. How would you get the bike up there?
You carry it up. But then you see it again. But you see the other thing as well. I mean, you know, climbing trees. We climb trees, and then the street where I grew up on as a kid. There was like trees either side of the road, and we would climb up one tree at the bottom of the street, and we'd jump from tree to tree and see how far up the street we could get. I mean, if someone were to watch it, it would be like watching chimps jumping from tree to tree.
I'm fairly sure you criticised that scene in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull as well.
What's that?
When the monkeys are jumping from tree to tree.
No, I don't mind Crystal Skull. That wouldn't have been me. It might have been someone else. That wasn't me. It might have been him swinging, doing the Tarzan swinging, Mutt Williams or whatever he is. But no, it's so yeah. We just like jumping through the trees, and you know there was always. I've got to mention this because it is funny because you don't see this anymore now. The street that I grew up, there was like a long wood fence. And one of the fence panels was loose on the fence, yeah? And every week there would be a new adult magazine behind that loose fence panel.
Seriously?
Yeah, no idea who was putting them there, but every week there would be a different copy.
I don't know where it came from, but I was using it, he says. Is Ed going to mention the joy of Andrew Bird's Spectrum 48 game, Bonfire Party? You had to bring up the bloody Spectrum, didn't you?
No Spectrum tonight.
Mario once jumped 34 people on a BMX. Okay. Did the PG Tips chimps ever attack anyone?
I don't know. I think they got rid of them before they got too old.
Yeah.
But yeah, we used to do the BMX thing. It was plank of wood and a milk crate and met ramps. But again, you're talking about the days where
Yeah, I did that, but that was never out stupid.
You know, it was Evil Knievel thing. You know, you all wanted to be Evil Knievel. Or what we do is
that'd only get you 2 foot off the floor.
But then there was a wall at Hirstlands Park. There was a red brick wall at Hirstlands Park, and at one end it was a bit lower down, and we'd climb on the wall. I mean, at the highest point, it was probably about 6 foot high was this wall at its highest point, and we'd get us bikes on the top of the wall. And bearing in mind, this wall was one house brick wide, yeah, and we'd see how far down the wall we could ride on as bikes on this thing, yeah. The incentive was to try and do it as well as you could, because if not, it was a 6 foot drop either side, and depending on whereabouts you were on the wall, depending on which way you decide to fall, because at one particular side there was like a lot of big bushes. So if you were going to fall, you'd fall that way. So you'd just land on some like nice soft bushes.
Okay, you've triggered one of Richard's memories about finding something in weird abandoned landscapes.
Yeah. But you don't see that now. You don't see them just, random adult magazines just stashed away.
I was going to say that's because everybody's got the internet and a mobile phone.
Probably, yeah.
But Keir Starmer wants to take that away from us.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Stranger Danger advert with Pumpkin Judy? I was more scared of the puppets than anything else. Yeah, but I think it's stuff like that they should be showing again or making new versions of, because we're hearing about it almost every day now. Some kid's been done.
If they're to do it now, it would be avoid that celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Phil saying that he did the same with a ball.
Yeah.
Bike and a wall. Well, I suppose we better move on to pickups, haven't we?
I think so, yeah.
We've done all right, actually. We're on an hour and 40 minutes. Ed keeps looking, but he can't find these magazines anywhere now.
No, I'm too old for that now.
You're never too old for a tug. They worked. We bloody remember them still. Exactly. And never threw a frisbee near pylons. Now, no, but Ed'll climb them for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I know you said you put all yours away. Is there anything that you've got to show?
Well, no, the Halloweeny stuff I've put away. That were on on the shelf there. I mean,
okay.
You show your bits, and I'll
show some then. I'll show some. Got something today from Phil in the chat. I saw him list this on Vinted, and I'd fancied it anyway when I saw the trailer for it last year. And I said, go on then, Phil, I'll have that off you if you'll take X price, because it means you don't have to deal with idiots online. And he did. And it was this. PS5 game, Black Myth Wukong, which is based on the Monkey Magic kind of original story. So I'm looking forward to giving that a try, although he has pointed out to me today how difficult it is. Apparently it's a really hard game, so maybe I'm not looking forward to it anymore like I was. But yeah, cool. I'll give that a go. I don't think I've ever shown a video game on here, apart from a retro one maybe. I've got a little toy car, which I'll open up, because I've not looked at it yet. It's one from the land of the rising sun. Let's have a look at it.
There is a house in New Orleans.
They call the rising sun. So yeah, Mario Kart is pretty cool, I suppose. Pretty bog standard. It is die-cast. It is plastic as well. Tomika, made in Vietnam, all the way from Japan, and it's made in Vietnam. But we like a bit of Mario Kart. It's about the size of a Hot Wheels one as well, so I wanted to get it just to compare it with a Hot Wheels one, actually, but no. I'm going to hold off on those until later. Now, this is something that maybe I should have already had. I believe this is the first ever Harley Quinn action figure. As you can see, it's based on the animated series. You've got the Adventures of Batman and Robin there. It does have a few creases. It's not mint, but it's not bad. It's all right. I like that. I mean, I think I did have one of these many, many moons ago, but when I opened the shop and got rid of all my collection to stock the shop, I think it went then. But yeah, having a daughter named after this character, I think it makes sense to have the figure, doesn't it?
Pudding.
Yeah, pudding. I call her Pudding as well. I don't think she's made the connection yet. And then there's this little thing. Little 3D printed skeleton. This is one that I kept. I've been giving these away at the shop.
Jiggly.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, don't know if you can hear that. The way it rattles, it sounds a little bit like the skeletons in Minecraft.
Right.
But yeah, so I kept one of those. There's a Japanese artist, musical artist that I quite like a lot of his tracks. And he's recently done the intro music to, or the intro song to the latest Gundam series. And when I was looking into seeing whether or not it was out on vinyl, I saw that it wasn't, but they had released it on CD in a limited edition Arrow case. Arrow from Gundam. So I was like, you know what? This was quite inexpensive. It worked out about 10 or 15 quid, which I thought was quite cool. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to have that. It's also got that Pac-Man kind of look to it. And the good thing is I actually like the song as well. So yeah. But yeah, it's just a CD single. Which you take out like that. And I'm not going to open that because that's probably just got a load of Japanese writing in it that I'll not be able to read. The fun thing is I can't sing along to any of these songs because I don't know Japanese. But yeah, I quite like that. And then I want to put myself back on the camera now because I've got a big item that I've not unboxed yet that arrived yesterday. So if you want, you can talk while I unbox this. It's up to you. You don't have to.
What would you like me to talk about?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about? Price of chips.
I'll do some chat. So, Mario said about a nice car. Dave was saying about it could be a nice song. That was the old thing about... because David said apparently that could be your new catchphrase, never too old for a tug. Cool. Dave mentioned it was a lot of packaging for a CD.
Yes, yeah.
And then Richard said, has anyone seen the Chainsaw Man movie? I also really want the soundtrack on CD. It's not a film I'm familiar with, Chainsaw Man.
That CD. Strangely enough, it's the same artist, Kenshi Yonozu. Yeah, that's the intro music to Chainsaw Man. It's funny that I just happened to have that to hand. Oh, that's colourful. Can you tell what it is yet? I shouldn't have said that. Well, it's not the one that you've just seen there. It's that one. Same monster, different colours. I didn't know you had to assemble it.
Is it Tiamat's cousin?
Yes.
I call him Beer Matt.
Meridian map.
Dave's just put, he's not bought a CD in years. He just watched Tiffany's I Think We're Alone Now video on YouTube when he fancies a bit of a tug.
Is that right? I don't know where I'm going to put this.
He did. Martin's just reminded us that a certain Australian person also did a public information film.
Yes, he did. Right, okay, so there we go. We've got King Ghidorah as designed by Urban Aztec. Oh, it's the Urban Aztec design. I don't know where I'm going to put this. Can you guess why I would go for something like this, though? Wild and wacky colours. Yeah, so there we are. It's by Mondo. Like I say, it arrived yesterday. It's quite an impressive looking piece. It does have... I don't know if I'm going to put these in. Because I've got the Godzilla that came out to go with this. And he's got a atomic breath effect. And I think it looks better without it. And when it came to taking it back out, it was really difficult. Are they all the same? They are all the same. No, that way. Oh no, they're going to be a lot easier, he says. There we go. He's firing his electric breath, or whatever it's called. Wowzers. So yeah, that's all I've got to show for this week. Well, no, I have got 3 other things, but I'll save that for after your bit. Yeah. I think I might have to get a case for that one, mightn't I? Mm. I've got a squeaky chair. Squeaky chair. I have a new office. I have a new office at work with an old CD player. Been digging around, listening to loads of Nine Inch Nails and the soundtrack to the Japanese anime Bell. Okay, what's Bell? I've not heard of that one. I like going to work now. Cool. Yes, the colours. It was the colours that did it for me. Yes. Oh, thank you, Dave. It's not like you to say something nice about what I collect. Is it a blocky? Is it anything like a blocky, Eddie?
I don't. It gave me a bit of a kind of like, that kind of Indian style artwork.
Yeah.
Vibe.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be Aztec.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. They are doing it as well, because obviously the monster in the films, King Ghidorah, he's gold.
Right.
He's just gold head to toe. And they are doing what they're calling, I think, and I don't know if they call it an artifacts variant. It's the same thing, but painted all brass.
Right.
Like, well, shouldn't it have been like that in the first place? Mm. But I was like, you know what? One's enough. I'm not getting the gold one as well. That's enough. Yes, it was definitely the colours. Those colours are gorgeous, and it goes well with the Godzilla. Yeah. I don't know if you remember it, but I did show the Godzilla once before. That's the one where it's blue. It's like an electric blue looking one. Mario likes it. Looking great. Also, some Cyndi Lauper, Dolly Parton, and a band I like called Strapping Young Lad. And Melt Banana. What? Oh, are we still talking about music here? I'm a very nice person, actually. I'm sure you are, Dave. I'm sure you are. You just don't show it very often.
I'm not.
I'm definitely not. People hate me. Go on then. I'll pop you on the biggie.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Your turn.
I'm just going to show that again. Just the.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
The.
You've got a King of the Red Lions vibe from it. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Which I did a video showing. I also showed it on Sunday, so I'll show it again now. Just there you go. Seeing as though your CD case was a bit Pac-Man-y looking.
Yeah, it goes.
We'll show you that Pac-Man. So there's that. There's no point me showing the other bits, the CD. Well, I'll show you the CDs. The red and blue Beatles. So, to answer Gareth's question, if you didn't watch my other video, because you'd asked about,
I have watched it. Yeah,
you'd have thought why I'd have already had these. I did.
Yeah,
but
you they went many years ago, didn't they?
Yeah,
but you've been getting back into physical media again in recent years, haven't you? And I'm saying
but the thing is,
I would have thought that they'd have been one of the first things that you picked up.
Well, to be fair,
I like the red and the blue cases, I've got to say.
Yeah, and like I said, the CDs are red and blue as well.
Awesome.
I do have a stack of Beatles CDs, and it's one of those where you think, oh, I've probably got it. It might be packed because I do have all my CDs on the shelving back here, but I also have quite a few boxes in storage that has CDs in as well.
Right.
And I am pretty sure that I don't have them anymore. But at $5 for the pair.
Is that all it was for the pair?
That's all there was, $5 for the pair. And they're absolutely mint. There's no wrong. I thought I'll chuck a $5. It's worth chucking a $5 and then later down the line finding that I have already got them. So plus these are one of the original pressings. It's not the more recent one that came out last year.
Oh right, okay.
Because they reissued them last year. And there's slightly different mixers on them, and they've also enhanced the sound on them as well. And they don't sound. I don't think they sound as good.
Okay, yeah.
So there's the old ones, and then there's me. I collect the Now yearbooks from the 70s and the 80s.
Sorry, I just read Dave's comment. That's all. Eddie's getting back into physical because you're never too old for a tug. Is that going to be a thing now? I
think it's a thing for Dave with his assless chaps.
We've moved on from the Premier Inn to never too old for a tug.
Yeah. The now yearbooks.
Yeah.
So all the 80s have done. They've done the 80s. There's just a couple of the 70s left to do now. And then that'll be me done. I'm not interested in the 90s and the 2000 ones that they do. But, there's that. Let's put that back there.
Martin.
I've got quite a... I'm just trying to think. What was the last one I got besides that? I did pick up a... that. Oh, yeah, that one of other ones I got a bit ago. The Fiddler on the Roof soundtrack from the movie with Topol. I love that film. Fiddler on the Roof. It's a great film. I love
Ron Moody. Was it Ron Moody?
No, it's Topol.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's Topol. It's
I'm thinking of Oliver, aren't I? She plays Fagin.
Yeah. Topol, who plays Hans Zarkov in Flash Gordon.
Dave says, should he be concerned about how Ed imagines him? He's not nearly as kinky in real life.
I'm just going off what you say, Dave.
Yep.
I'm reading between the lines there. I've told you. He's sat in front of a nice roaring fire, having a cup of tea and a cucumber sandwich with Mr. Tumnus. That's where he is. Just don't fight it anymore, Dave. Just don't fight it anymore, kid.
Martin says, that's cool, Ed, and he's got some Now 80.
Yeah, and then the other soundtrack I got not long back, because again, I've been after this for a while, And then I think they reissued it a couple of years back. Yeah, 2022 they reissued it. But I managed to get a copy of it, and that was the RoboCop soundtrack. That's a belting soundtrack, is that?
Okay.
That's good. But yeah, see, I like my CDs. I really would like to start getting cassette tapes again, but
God,
why? I do like the sound of cassette. I do like the sound of cassette tape. But I'd want an old style cassette deck player.
Richard,
are they still on with that?
In the old days, you could go to any derelict landscape for a tug. Now, you have to get a room at the Premier Inn, lest you be put on social media. Jesus God.
Let's put that back. Put that back.
So Paul only did a handful of movies, and he is fantastic in all of them.
He is, yeah. Topol is a fantastic actor.
Is it just me, or does it sound like a Vulcan name?
Topol. Well, no, there is a Topol is the name of. I
actually like the sound of a nice cuppa in front of the fireplace with good company.
Yeah, Topol's the name of the Vulcan in Enterprise.
Mario's still got all his cassettes.
Yeah, I had them, but when I went digital, I binned everything, even all my vinyl, which is, But yeah, that's my pickups. But what I will do, I mean, I know we like to show things of interest, and I was trying to think of something that I could link to Bonfire Night, and I came up with probably the most tenuous, very thin of thinnest links, yeah, and it was. You have fireworks and firecrackers. I went with Thundercracker.
Thundercracker, okay.
So let me just... wrong one. Let me...
That is extremely tenuous.
It is very, very tenuous. So, yeah, this is the 2001 Japan Toy Fair reissue. And, yeah, so that's Thundercracker. So this was the very first time that it was reissued. And he came with his mold mate, which is Skywarp.
Of course.
So Skywarp and Thundercracker.
Dave loves a tenuous link.
So you've got Skywarp and Thundercracker there. You can't have Skywarp and Thundercracker without Starscream.
Martin thought you were going to hold up a metal tin.
You want a metal tin?
Has he got a biscuit tin there to put some fireworks in?
Oh. There we go. There's a metal tin for you.
I really don't like the idea of creamy whirls being written on a tin of a picture of a young boy.
There you go. 7D a quarter.
Scary.
That shows you how old that is. But anyway, yeah. So you got Starscream, and then if you've got Starscream, you also need Sunstorm. And if you've got Sunstorm,
oh God,
you may as well have Thrust, Ramjet,
and Dirge.
And Dirge, I suppose.
Is there no Acid Storm?
No, they didn't do Acid Storm in these ones.
Oh, what about Ice? Is it Ice Storm?
Yeah, no, they didn't do them in the G one.
Okay.
So
Dave be getting his Thundercrackers out.
So that was my tenuous link to Fireworks Bonfire, showing you my...
This is like a market trader.
My Thundercracker.
Okay.
But yeah, so there he is.
Very cool.
And that's it. So I shall...
There is something about Thundercracker, though. I of the three original Seekers, the colours on him are my favourite of those three. I don't know why. I think it's the metallic.
It's a nice... it's a nice metallic blue. on Thundercracker.
It's a lovely colour. I think the red really sets it off quite nicely.
But they've also, I mean, Skywarp just because he's black and purple. I mean,
I know.
But yeah, and
Chris says, "Where are they from? I really want the Decepticon jets."
Oh, yeah. If you want these, you're gonna have to part with some serious money now to get these. They're like 20, 24 years old now. These, and like I said, they were limited anyway. They were convention exclusives. The Japanese toy fairs, like JAFCON's exclusives and that, and Autumn Toy Fair, Toy Worlds. So that's yeah. There is a number on them. It's probably on the inside sleeve thing and that. But there you go. Right.
Cool.
It's back to me.
Cool.
Nope. To you.
I did say that I had.
You did say you were going to show something else?
3 other items to show you. Okay, that works as well. That works, yeah. Okay. I'm going to switch cameras again. There we are. So, move that out of the way. I said this was going to be a bit of a rabbit hole, didn't I? So I got another one of these. I don't know if you're still watching, Dave, but you did say that you like the look of these as well. The Outer Spacemen. Now, they're not the original Colourform ones, obviously. They are the Four Horsemen ones. I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that I'm not going to be getting the originals, as I would much prefer them. But they've done a good job of making these look like the originals, at least. I haven't opened these yet, although they are in collector-friendly packaging. You know what your Mythic Legions are like. Just slides out like that. That's it, and then. But we've got Metamorpho here, the man from Alpha Centauri. Excuse you.
Sorry, did that get picked up on the mic? I'm really sorry. I do apologise. I got my hand over my mouth. I thought I'd covered that up.
For future reference, the little microphone button down at the bottom of where your face is, if you click that, it mutes you.
Well, I had a very nice tea. That's all I will say.
Yes, Dave's still here, and he says this is cool. Very good. You can turn his head around. I'm guessing it's with the little red ball on top. So he's got 3 different faces, as you can see there. Like I say, I've not got them out yet, but I'm sure I will at some point. So we've got him. They also do him in red, and I'm kind of wanting to get the red one. I'm not sure which one of these to show you first, but I think I'll go with this. We've got Astro Nautilus, the man from Neptune. Now, how awesome does he look? I'm loving the translucent plastic trident as well. That's great stuff, is that? He's awesome.
He's not shy about showing his tentacles.
He's not, no. He's got his tentacles out for all to see. And then, again, picture there of the actual original one. Don't know where they managed to dig up these pictures of the original ones in packet. It's so difficult to find. Now, I can get a loose but complete one of these that I think Boxed Collectibles has got one up at the sale at the moment. But he's had it graded, or at least it's in a case. He's asking £800 for it, though. I think I'd rather have this. When I take it out of the box and put it on the shelf, it'll look the same anyway. And then the other one, it's probably the most fun one from the line, in my opinion. That's this one. He's a lot smaller than the others. Bring him back in so you can see them side by side. He's a lot smaller than the others. But there's just something about him that I really like.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's Alpha 7, the man from Mars. He's just so fun. He's got like a metallic green suit, and he's got one of those glass domed heads, just like the other one that I've got. Yeah. Until recently, there's been one of these on eBay, and whoever's selling it was asking £384 for it. And they were claiming it was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I genuinely couldn't tell a difference between this and the one that they're offering. I don't know if there is a difference. Now, it seems to have disappeared completely off eBay. It's not even on completed listings at all. So I'd love to know where that's gone. But, yeah, I think I paid about $35 for this. 10% of his price. But, yeah, all three of them, I'm quite chuffed. He's my least favourite, I think, of all of them. But I knew that I was going to be trying to get them all at some point, so I thought I might as well pick it up because it was a bit of a bargain price, really. So, yeah, that's it. That's all my pickups shown. So, switch back.
Just for Chris's information, he'd asked about the quick search. If he wants a Skywarp, there's a couple on eBay at the moment, but they're like £400.
Skywarp?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, £400.
Why?
You
get a vintage one for less than that.
You could, yeah. The Sunstorm is about 160. But if he's not bothered, which is a good deal, really, he could go for the knockoff versions and get all 6. So Skywarp, Starscream, Skywarp, Thundercracker, Thrust, Ramjet, and Dirge for 230.
Yeah, I thought that's a good price, isn't it?
Now, the knockoff versions of the Seeker jets are actually quite decent knockoffs.
Yeah.
They're not like some of the more dubious car ones that have been out.
Martin says, is the Skywalk made out of Lego at that price?
Yeah.
Wow, I'll have 2, said Chris.
No, just don't get me started. It's absolutely ridiculous pricing. Absolutely ridiculous.
Brilliant, love that one.
I do not condone it whatsoever.
No.
Unless I was selling them.
The thing is, I could understand if it was a rare mould or a rare version, but it is just a reissue of the original toy, and you can get the original toy for a lot less.
I think, to be fair, it's probably... They're a bit hard to get now, and I think with them being a convention exclusive as well.
Yeah.
I think that's what kind of doesn't help it. I think that's what some sellers may try and, push the luck on by. I mean, it's up at that price. Whether or not it will sell at that price or what, I don't know.
It says, where is the best place to look for the not-so-original ones out of curiosity? To be honest, you get them on AliExpress.
Yeah. I mean, if
you might even get them cheaper on AliExpress than they are on eBay.
Yeah. I mean, if Chris wants to drop me a line, I can send him a link. I can send him the link. But yeah, I mean, the knockoff ones you can pick up relatively, relatively easily enough. If you search for them, you can find them. It's not too difficult. But I'll just talk about yourself.
Obviously, not that we endorse or condone the purchase of or the sale of unofficial items. Say that just for legal reasons, Preempting.
You what?
Nothing.
What you say?
I was saying not that we endorse or condone the purchase or sale of unofficial products.
No.
At all.
But if you don't want to go and knock up,
hello.
Chris,
have a lady in the chat, gentlemen. Clean mouths, please. Clean mouths.
Good God. A woman.
A woman, yes.
Just give me it. Let me go get my smoking jacket and pipe. But no, Chris, if you don't want to go unofficial, then you could get the original boxed ones.
Oh, here he is. He's showing off now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Go for a bit of 1984 nostalgia, and go the full hog. Just pop, I'll just pop them there. And if you want them, you're more than welcome to try and claw them out my cold, dead hands. But anyway.
Yeah, Lydia is confirming she is 100% woman.
What? She's one of them real women.
Yeah, she is. She's a real woman. Yeah. Okay. Don't rub it in. So and so, says Chris.
I don't get chance to be smug very often.
Brilliant, says Mario.
No, it's I've had these well over 20 years.
Yeah, he got them when they were a fair price.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I got them when the prices were more sensible. Let's just say. But no, I do like those ones that you've just shown, Gareth. They're nice. I like the retro-y vibe of them.
Yes, yeah. That's what I like about them so much. And so, having seen how much the original '60s ones go for, and I can appreciate why they would. I'm not willing to invest that kind of money into them as much as I would like them. There's no meaning there for me. Obviously, I didn't grow up with them. I just think they look cool. So why go mental? So, in fact, the more I'm looking at these, the more I'm thinking that I might keep them in the packet and just hang them up, because I think that they look nice in that retro packaging.
I'll get some.
Let's face it,
DC cases for them.
Yeah, but let's face it. If I take that out of the box, that tiny little figure, and stick it in there, you're not going to see it.
No,
it's going to be lost. So, if they do more, I mean, you can see him glowing away there. Yeah, that's the other one that I got. They came in a baggie. If I can get more in the baggies with a card topper, then I'll open them and put them in the cabinet. But any that come on card, I might just hang them on the wall behind the monitor here, so I get to see them. Yeah. So.
Or like I say, if you've got a shelf, put them in a deflector DC case.
Yeah. Could do that indeed. I think I'd have to get them to measure them up for them and get them to make me some.
Yeah. Well, they do.
But it was you that put me onto these.
Pardon?
When you were telling me about getting the 4 Horsemen ones, I was like, I don't know, because I don't want. I like the retro look of them, the vintage look of them, and they pull it off a little bit, but you can still tell it's a modern toy.
It's about 10, 15 years since they did them.
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
I know. I think it was one of the.
Yeah, 2010. I think I saw 2011 on one of them before. Yeah, that was 2011.
Yeah, it's early 4 Horsemen stuff, is that?
Yeah. But they did it licensed, so they don't actually hold the license for these.
No.
So, yeah. But no, I'll be keeping my eye out for more. All of those came from Japan.
All right, cool.
All of them did, strangely enough. I keep looking here for them, and it's like, no. But then when I have a look over in Japan, it's like, oh, they've got a couple.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Very strange.
Just if you're on Instagram, Chris, just do it through that on Vaults of Icon. Just do it that.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all right. No, it's cool.
Mario's saying in the package looks cool. Yeah, you can contact him on Instagram. You're in the description of this video, there should be a link to Ed's YouTube channel as well, so you'll be able to drop him a message on one of his videos, and he'll be able to get back to you directly that way as well. Yeah. So yeah, Vaults of Icon is his channel. Give you a thumbs up. Busy enjoying tea with Mr. Tumnus.
There's something dodgy about Mr. Tumnus. I mean, he put that young lass to sleep. It's like, who's playing him? Bill Cosby? No.
Dave Stop being naughty. Stop being naughty.
Well, no, it's not a case of being excited. It's just nice to see.
It is, yes.
Because there are women fans of this kind of stuff out there. Yeah. They just don't
I don't believe she is. She's actually a Minecraft enthusiast.
All right, cool.
She's come over from Dave's channel.
Right.
I appreciate it, though. I do, and I think she enjoyed the open mic night that I did.
Right.
She had a good laugh there, but that was good. I'm doing that again, so I might do that sometime next week. I really enjoyed that. Not that I don't enjoy this, obviously, because I do. We would have been doing it for nearly 2 years or over 2 years.
This is completely not. She enjoys this.
But it's, I just really enjoyed that because I think it was so spontaneous, so unplanned,
branching off,
and
broadening horizons.
Yeah, cool, fun. Get another one next week. I don't know when though. Speaking of, what have you got coming up, Ed?
I will be mostly smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. No. Nothing really. Nothing. I got nothing. I'm afraid.
All right. Okay.
So no, I haven't. I'm kind of. Yeah, I'm bereft of inspiration at the moment. I will be honest. I'm not. I find that if you try too hard to think of something to do, nothing comes along. So I've cleared my decks and I'm waiting for something to inspire me. I've already recorded probably about maybe, I think 3 or 4 weeks worth of the plastic and die cast. So I don't need to do anything there. They're already done and scheduled to go. And then other than that, there's nothing. Because I'll be honest with you, at the moment, there's nothing really that I feel like passing comment on or talking about, because nothing's really kind of moved me to do that at the moment,
Yeah, I get it.
So, there's no point me trying to make something just for the sake of making something. So we'll see.
I get it. That's why I've kind of dropped off the shop videos for a while. I mean, that's what this channel was built on, really, was making videos on what's new in at the shop. But I got a little bored of it, a little uninspired by it, I should say. And I had become aware, though, that I'd not done anything related to the shop at all for a good couple of months.
Yeah.
And I decided was it the day before or 2 days before Halloween? Yeah, it was the when was Halloween? Was it Friday?
Friday.
I think it was
Halloween.
Friday, wasn't it, Halloween? Yeah. On the Wednesday, it occurred to me that that'd be a good idea to put out a video of what I've got in the shop that's Halloween related, horror, monsters and stuff like that. And so I very, very quickly, in the space of less than an hour, grabbed stuff, filmed it right before leaving to come home, and quickly threw the video together. But I would have liked a little bit more time to plan it, but I'd sort of left myself with no time. But it was something that, the inspiration struck, and I acted on it straight away and did something. But I'm not going to be doing stuff like that all the time, I don't think. It's going to be a case of I do want the inspiration to come and tickle me a little bit, rather than just, here, this is what's new. Here, this is what's new.
Yeah.
Here, do you like this? This has just come in. Oh, just had this traded in. I want it to be a little bit more to it. And I did enjoy doing that Halloween one. So maybe I'll do themed ones. Maybe it'll be a case of... I don't think I'll do all the sci-fi stuff or the comic book related stuff, because could you imagine?
I know. I mean, the collector's archive will be coming back. It will be a thing, and I've already got. It's all mapped out. It's all ready to go. you know, there is. I have given it a format change. That I've shifted it round a bit, and it will, when it does come back, it will be slightly different, and it will also be live as well. It won't. It won't be pre-recorded anymore. So there is that. But the thing is, I'm wanting a bit of a more diverse, you know, kind of like, a more diverse range of collectors for it. You know, and also as well, I mean, it does tie. I mean, I know it's not her thing particularly because she's into Minecraft, but I would like to be able to as well get some women collectors on there.
Yeah,
you know, because they are out there, and it will be fascinating.
Definitely, they are definitely out there.
You know, and it'd be fascinating to get their point of view. So you know, it's finding people to approach, to speak to you know, encourage them to come on and chat. You know, so yeah, there is things I can do, and there are plans there. I mean, my folder's down there. There's loads of ideas, but there's nothing really that's, like I say, that's inspiring me at the moment to think, right, I want to talk about that, especially from a Transformer point of view, because it's been done to death.
Yeah.
Really.
I really enjoyed the Zoids one that you had. I mean, obviously, I've got an interest in Zoids, but I thought that was a fascinating discussion.
Yeah. It's just that, you know, there's nothing really,
well.
you know, there's nothing really fresh or new that you can do. Actually, no, there's one person that is doing some videos at the moment which are quite good and I quite enjoy. And that's Ian Arrowfire.
Right.
He's doing these short portrait style videos. And it's a bit more about the leaning into the mythos and sort of like, kind of thing of Transformers. So they're quite interesting. But when you're talking about just the actual figure or character or things like that, there's nothing really more that you can say that hasn't already been done. You know, what's tickled you?
It's the fact, one of the things that I've been thinking recently is I'm going to start doing some shorter videos, and I had considered the portrait mode as well.
Right.
But the videos sort of like focused on one thing or maybe two things rather than it being a whole collection of stuff or a whole table full of things. And I'd be thinking about that. And then when you just said that, then it's like, so if I do that now, it's going to be like you're copying Arrowfire.
Well, no, because it's like, it's not new. It's not new.
There's nothing out there you can do that hasn't already been done.
No.
Yeah.
I mentioned this briefly to Dave on Sunday before we went live on the stream. The thing with YouTube's had its day. YouTube is like, you know, there's nothing new on it now. What needs to happen is there needs to be a new format come. There needs to be something new come that will reinvigorate people and encourage people to be a bit more clever, a bit more fresh, a bit more new.
They have. It's called TikTok.
Yeah, and you know, because the time to be original and the time to be cutting edge with YouTube is 10, 15 years ago. You know, not now. You know, so the thing about it is now is to accept that, yes, you cannot do anything new. What you have to do is you have to find a way of putting your own little take or little spin on it that makes it unique to you. Yeah, so then when people watch it, they will say, right, okay, yes, we've seen this before, or we know a little about what's being discussed. However, this particular video is unique to Gareth, it's unique to Eddie, it's unique to Andy, you know, whoever, you know, they're speaking to, you know, whoever's doing it. And then that's what then encourages people to come and watch it. Or maybe click on it, watch it, but then stay and stay with it. So it's really now more about that hook. Yeah.
I mean, I threw something very short, only about 30 seconds out on Insta and Facebook today, and I might start doing more stuff like that, to be fair.
Right.
It was just showing Marvel Legends that had come in, because Silver Surfer landed with us today. and knowing that I already had the Galactus,
Mm.
I was like, oh, I can do something with this.
Mm.
I can do something with this. So again, it was a spur of the moment thing, and the inspiration struck, and I was like, right, okay, do it. Just get it done quick, because if you think, oh, I'll do that in a few minutes, or I'll do it later, you'll forget and you won't do it.
Mm.
So I was just like, do it.
But you see, I mean,
I need to chat up some lady collectors. Yeah, I like the Action Force one. That was really good.
Action Force? Which was the Action Force one I did? Oh, it was the Skeletron one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was.
I'm talking about the Collector's Archive you did.
Oh, with Matt. Yeah, Kraken Wakes. Yeah. But no, I mean, you see, and the other thing as well.
Doctor Who one, Ed.
It's
you need a Doctor Who collector, apparently.
If I knew a Doctor Who collector, then yeah, I would. You've already been on.
I've already been on, yeah.
You've been and gone.
Just remember the line Ed quoted was quoted by Mr. Willis in Die Hard 3. Die even harder, not a Tarantino film.
No, but Bruce Willis's character is singing the song in Pulp Fiction when he's in the car before he runs over Marcellus Wallace.
Right.
It's a line from a song. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo.
Right, yeah, I didn't get it, yeah.
I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was that reference. But no, I mean, and also the other thing that this is more down to me, you know, I struggle a lot of the time about what actually to say about stuff, because it's like I don't always, you know, because I think sometimes you can overthink subjects and you can talk too much about stuff. You know, it's like I honestly, it's like when I did the What's New in the Vault for Fans Toys Warhorse, their version of Ironhide, yeah. Sometimes it's just as simple as I like that figure. It's a nice figure. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, sometimes it really is as surface level as that. You just get something just because you like it, or it's a nice figure. It looks nice. It's well made. You know, so sometimes it's difficult to go deeper to try and find something to say extra about the figure. You know, because most Masterpiece figures now have good articulation. So it's like, yeah, it's got articulation again. Most of them have got good paint jobs or paint applications. Yeah, most of them have a decent selection of accessories. So you're just repeating old ground. It's like, you know, so it really can be just as simple as that. I've seen a figure that looks nice. I'm gonna get it, and that's sometimes all there is to it. You know, there is nothing more to it than that. You know, so to try and, you know, do a 30-minute video.
Well, that's another reason why I'm thinking about going for something shorter. Because it is hard to come up with new things all the time to say about something. I mean, I think the last unboxing I did was the Angron Warhammer figure. And yeah, it's a cracking figure. It was nice to take it outside, because it was so big I couldn't film it in here and I had to take it outside. It was actually nice to do that. But it was a bit windy on that day. He's got these great big wings that were catching the wind, wobbling all over the place. So I couldn't keep him out there too long. But that was unusual, was that, by having to take it outside, because it has got a bit boring just sort of like filming it in here against a red backdrop, and or like stick another couple of figures at the side of it to show it off. And it's just like, it's look, his arms can move up this far and he's risking turn. There's only so much you can do, isn't there? And
to be fair, and like saying, especially from a Masterpiece point of view, there are other people on YouTube that do it far better. You know, they've got a better setup, they've got better equipment. You know, they've been doing it a lot longer. You know, they know what they're doing, and it's like, well, you know, it's not about competing, but it's just like, you know, what's the point of doing something that you'd just, being honest, you'd just say, look, if you want to know about this figure, just go watch their video.
Yeah.
No. Which is what I would do. I mean, that's why I don't do transformation videos. Because I haven't got the inclination or the time to do it. No, I've got the time. So I just don't want to do it. Because when I transform a figure, I want to take my time and just so I can study it and things like that, which would make boring viewing. So it's like
fast forward it, record it, and then play it.
Yeah,
put it on 4 times speed.
Yeah. So
I've done that before now.
No, so I don't know. I mean, that's why I think I always go back to the photography side. That's what I do really enjoy. I do really enjoy the photography. More so than the video. I mean, I've said this before. I'd be happy to edit other people's work because it's the editing that I enjoy as well. So I don't know. So no, as far as video stuff coming up at the moment, I've nothing planned. But something may crop up if I get the inspiration to do it, or like I said, when I get round to start actually inviting people to come on Collector's Archive and talk with them.
Have you not invited anyone yet?
No, not yet. No. I mean, but that's intentional because it won't be coming back while the new year anyway. So. It's what, sorry?
I said I'm knackered here. I'm yawning away.
No, I've been saying I've been.
You are not boring me, honest.
So yeah, no, it would be the new year anyway.
Okay.
That comes. So yeah. So like I say, if there's anything, or if anything, anything new comes in, and I think right, okay, I'll make something of that. Then I'll do that. But not at the moment. I mean, the only other thing is I've got a huge stack of Transformers for sale, which I've put on the groups, and they're going to head to eBay because the groups are just doing nothing at the moment. They're just doing nothing, and I think that I don't know. I do kind of think that Masterpiece really isn't the big pull anymore that it was.
No.
It's not.
Don't say that. I've just bought a big collection.
Yeah. It's just
there could be a few videos there.
Yeah, I just think it is. I just think that that. Yeah, I just don't think it's just really, really slow moving. People just aren't buying. And then people who do want to buy think they can be arses and offer you silly money for stuff, In
fact, it has occurred to me that I might do a live stream of sorting out these masterpieces because the guys put all of the Decepticons in one box, all of the Autobots in another box. Most of them are in bot mode and they're just stacked on top of each other. They're not wrapped or anything like that. So I dare say I'm going to find damages that have happened.
Yeah.
In transit, in getting them from his house to mine. To the shop. And then there's another great big box that is just all of the accessories jumbled together. And I was like, oh my God. I don't know what most of these are even called because most of them are third party.
Right. Is this the usual chap that brings them in?
No, it's someone else.
Right.
And I was like, if I do a live stream and I hashtag enough Transformer things in it, then I might get a few Transformer collectors watching, as well as yourself. You'll be able to say, oh, that's fans' toys, whatever, and it goes to this. And that's X-Transbots, this blah-de-blah, and it goes to that.
Yeah.
So I might do that. And get 3 views. No, says Phil. No Transformers. He don't like Transformers. Maybe with Mythic Legion. Oh, no. I'm aware of a number of people who left Masterpiece behind and went mainline after Siege started. Siege was a good line, but they're still not Masterpiece. Not Masterpiece.
No.
And there's something about them. The more G1 looking than a lot of lines have been, but they've still got very much their own design aesthetic. Haven't they? Still got very much their own design aesthetic.
I mean, I do. I do want to be done with it. I do want to be. I do want to. There's Fans Toys have got a couple of bits coming out over the next couple of years, which should top off, my replacements. Replace the ones that I've got and swap them out. And it would, and I'd love to just top it off and finish it.
I get that, Dave, but what your comment pretty much said and what I was referring to is they left Masterpiece behind, which means that they were already collecting Masterpiece. If you've already got a collection of Masterpiece, why would you get rid of them for cheaper figures? You might as well, it would be, and especially with the prices, a lot of those Siege and Earthrise and Kingdom figure prices, a lot what they go for now, it's probably cheaper to get the Masterpiece. The last few that you need. That's the angle that I were coming at to your comment. But I mean, if you only have one or two Masterpieces, then yeah, fair enough. It makes sense to go down the Siege route.
I mean, I've never. The last time I was into mainline was the 80s. I've not. I just can't. I can appreciate, how they are popular and how they, make, appeal to certain collectors that want to pick them up, and and that's great. That's great for them. It's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. They just don't. I think from my personal point of view, Masterpiece has spoiled me in the respect of that. Once you get a really good Masterpiece figure, it's difficult to then sort of like go, because it is a step back. Going to mainline is a step back from Masterpiece. On all fronts, quality of materials, paint application, articulation, etc., all things like that.
It's a bit like going from Hot Toys back to Marvel Legends or Star Wars Black Series, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yes, exactly. So it's. But I get, it's not a cheap hobby. Masterpiece is not a cheap hobby, and I'm so glad that I'm at the stage where I'm just buying to replace. Because I wouldn't.
You have said that you only get Series 1, Series 2, and the characters off the movie poster. Yeah. So when are you getting a Unicron?
I've got one. I've got a Unicron. I've got a Studio Cell Unicron.
Oh, okay. It's not a Masterpiece, though, is it?
Yeah. No, it's Masterpiece. Yeah, it's Masterpiece Unicron. Yeah, Studio Cell. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be bigger than your house, though?
Yeah, no. You've got to have realistic scale. It can't be. It can't be actual, in scale. But I forgot. I've lost my train of thought. Then what I'm going to say. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm just picking stuff up to replace or to upgrade now, because I'd hate to think that I was trying to collect Masterpiece now from scratch. Well, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Yeah. It just. And I think, and again, this question has been put to me, I think looking back, before I got into Masterpiece, because I got into Masterpiece after I'd completed my boxed G1 collection, I think going back, I think if I could go back and give myself, or say to myself, oh, Ed, just hang on a minute, I don't think I would have started collecting Masterpiece. I think I would have started collecting the Spectrum stuff earlier than what I did.
Right. Okay.
And I've done that, and done it that way. But we make choices. We do what we do, and I enjoy my collection. I like it. I'm happy with it. But I'll be honest with you. More recently, I come up in the attic here and I look at my Masterpiece collection and I think, it'd be nice to have that money in my wallet. Do you know what I mean? You look at your stuff and you think, yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe it's an age thing. I don't know. maybe it is. Maybe I'm just thinking. Maybe it's time to downsize a little. Who knows? Because it's not. And again, I think I mentioned this to Dave on Sunday. It's not really a collection; it's storage because everything's in the box. Because I've nowhere to display it. So it's like it's literally like the warehouse at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Just like stacks of boxes. Don't get me wrong; they're very nice boxes, and what's inside the boxes are very nice. But what's the point in them if they're just in the box?
That was why I got rid of all my Star Wars vehicles. Because I collected sealed.
Yeah.
And I figured, hang on a minute, I've got a box here with a pretty picture on the front. I don't even know if that's in there.
Now, I know, you could say, well, it's hypocritical, but I think it's kind of different when you consider... I think it's you come at it from a different angle when I'm talking about, talking about box G1. There's a purpose for having that in the box.
Yeah, it's to protect.
Rather than on display. Yeah, I think that's where... And again, maybe I am a hypocrite. I mean, I will be the first to put my hand up and say, yes, I am. I'm hypocritical on lots of things.
I know.
But when it comes to stuff like original G1 stuff, I think, some people would collect loose, but, I collect boxed. I did collect because I've got it all now. But the Masterpiece stuff wasn't really the intention for the Masterpiece stuff. And I think that's why the Action Force stuff I've got loose rather than boxed or carded, because they are small enough that if I did choose to, I could put those on display. But it's a tough one. It's tough. We make choices. We do what we do. There's no right or wrong. You just go with how you feel and what your jam is at that time. But I think that like you with the Godzilla stuff, if someone similar were to approach me and say, right, okay, I'll take the lot off you in one go. The Masterpiece stuff I'm talking about, not the G1 stuff. I think it'd go.
That could happen tomorrow, Ed, but you'd never be happy with the price that you'd get for that.
Well, no, it's
yeah.
I know. I accept that. Because
that. The only way that's going to happen is if you're willing to accept 30 to 40% of market value.
Yeah.
Because most dealers will buy stuff at 50%, but if you're buying a big job lot, there's going to be stuff you get stuck with and stuff that you're going to end up having to reduce and everything. So obviously you want to pay a bit less, so about 40%.
Yeah.
And if we go on about the Godzilla stuff and how much I paid for that, it was his price, but some people might say it was criminal. But it was his price. He asked for it. He got it. Yeah. And he's done that on 3 occasions now. And he's got no left now. Sold everything. After 40 years of collecting, he's sold everything. And I find that quite sad. I hope he's living a happy life. Because I know he's in a bad place. And I hope he's living a happy life. I'm going to end up messaging him tomorrow to see how he is. Last I heard from him, he was in Mexico.
Right, that's cool. I think it's just a shift. I think you have phases and you shift the way that you think and you feel about the things that you collect. And I think that's normal. And I think that's natural. You have the same things about in life, with things that happen within your life, So why should a collection be any different? It's brought me pleasure. I've enjoyed it. But
I suppose you buy. I mean, maybe not so much anymore, but you buy DVDs and CDs and when you decide to get rid of them, you know you're not going to get back what you paid for them.
No.
You buy your clothes, you wear them a few times, and
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time you'll throw them away or give them to charity, don't you, rather than sell them. But,
Yeah.
I never really thought about it that way. But yeah, collection. I suppose with collections, a lot of people have got it in the head that they're doing it for investment purposes.
For what? Sorry.
Investment purposes.
No, but see, no, because it's the thing is
very late, Steve. Hello, how are you? Stroke Mondeo. I've not seen that name pop up before.
I've always been of the opinion that I suppose this collection is mine, but also it's not mine. I'm just the stuff that I have at the moment. I'm just the custodian of this stuff for this moment in time.
Right.
When I decide to sell it, or when I'm no longer here, somebody else will then become the custodian of it. You know, it'll be their job to look after it and enjoy it and curate it or do whatever they decide to do with it. Yeah. So at the moment, this is my time to enjoy it. Yeah. But then, you know, time will come where it's like, okay, move that on, and it goes to someone else for them to enjoy. You know. So I think that, yeah, I think it's just something that needs to be considered about, you know, at what point do you think, right, okay, it's time to let this go, or it's time to just move this? And like Dave said, and other people have said, they've moved something on and then gone down a different route and a different avenue and picked up different things. You know, I mean, that's why I admire Andy in the way that he does stuff. He just like he's like a, I don't know, he's like a hobo. He's a hobo collector. He just picks up anything and everything, you know.
That's what I'm thinking. He's like a magpie. It's whatever he finds shiny.
Yeah. And that's great. That's great for him.
But it brings him so much fun and enjoyment.
Yeah. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Like Martin's saying here, it's for the nostalgia feeling.
Yeah.
It's that hit that he gets out of it. And I'm so surprised that he hasn't hopped on for 5 minutes tonight. I buy my collection for me to enjoy and love. I'll never sell, but it's for my kids to respect and do with as they wish.
But again, you see, I'm kind of not. I think with the amount of stuff that I've got, and certainly some of the stuff that I've got, I personally don't think it's going to be fair to just, if something happens to me, to just leave that to my kids to sort and deal with. You know, I don't think it's going to be fair on them, you know, to have to deal with that and sort that, you know. So I think that, you know, I think it's a case of that maybe the better thing to do is to move it on prior to that. Or speak to them and say, you know, is there anything that you would like to keep from this? And then, you know, move the rest of it on.
That's the recommendation I always give.
Yeah.
You know, don't buy it hoping it's going to be worth something in the future, because chances are it's not going to be.
No.
And consider yourself lucky if it is. But, I mean, the chat and yourself are proving me wrong tonight, but in my experience with people that collect, that I've had that experience all the years, it's most of them, it's like, well, no, I'm buying it because I enjoy it, but I know it's going to be worth something in the future. The investment part of it is always there in the back of their minds. So
no, it's
I'm not happy with Andy. He's rekindled my love of Starfleet after that last council stream, and now I can't find any toys for it, says Chris.
I would say it's very rare that you're going to get your money back on things, you know, because, you know,
well, for one thing, you've got inflation, so it might be a case of, I only paid 20 quid for that and it's now worth 40 quid, you know, 30 years later.
Yeah.
That 20 quid now would be worth about 60 quid, so you've probably not made any money anyway.
No.
Anyway, I think we've been going on long enough. It's nearly 3 hours again.
It is, yeah.
Jesus Christ, where's those 3 hours gone? Wow. Steve's saying my kids know the worth of my stuff because I tell them that's the value of them are. I know one of my sons is car mad like me, so the 118s and 18 they have a home. Okay, cool. That's good to know. That is good to know. Certainly not with me. I wish vintage Star Wars cost hardly anything, so I can buy more. Yeah, I know that. And yes, I know you're in it for the fun, but I do feel like you're in the minority. Far too many conversations have been, it's like, oh, if I get this, is it going to be worth out in years to come?
Mm.
Or maybe they're just more memorable to me, you know, and that's why it sticks in my head. It flies when it's an entertaining stream like tonight. Exactly. And Dave's on his 4th cuppa. What have you got, a flask beside you, Mr. Tumnus?
I know. I'm bloody spitting feathers here.
Yeah, I know. My rum and coke ran out ages ago. I didn't have any beside me to top up tonight. I'm trying to be good. So have I got anything coming up? No, it's just going to be more streams, really. I do have an open mic night planned for one night next week. I'd like to squeeze in a hobby time stream at some point as well. That'd be nice. And I dare say you'll get more Minecraft. Sorry. You don't have to watch it though, but I'm enjoying playing it, and it's when we work as hard as we do, I think it's only fair that you have time that you enjoy as well. And therefore, I'm going to be doing more of that. So, yeah. Dave's brought a flask and sarnies to the stream. Yes. Cucumber sandwiches. Okay, well, thanks for everyone for watching. Thank you for being with me tonight, Ed.
Yep, no worries.
And as usual, obviously. And that's it, yeah. The excitement of them customers today, Gareth, that's why we collect. Yeah, you were in at the time when there were a couple of young customers in and they were so excited about the things that they were seeing. That was nice. That was nice, definitely. Minecraft is good. I'm going to get a t-shirt. Minecraft is good. And I'll give it to you, Martin. I just bought another Ertl Santini helicopter just for the fleet. Minecraft is great for Benjamin, right? Okay, Ben can have a Minecraft is great t-shirt. You're welcome, Chris. Glad you enjoyed. Wisdom, I don't know about that. Don't know about that. Right. Okay, we're done. Good night, everyone. It's good night from me, and it's good night from him.
And it's good night. Take care. All the best.
Bye-bye. Where am I going? I'm going over here.